Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to YouGarden TV. You're live here today with me, Stuart, the human plantopedia that is Rebecca Edwards, is also with us, and Jake's looking after us in the shed. We're going to be live until 12 o'clock today. We've got a whole new week of bargains for you. If you're watching on Thursday, we've got some brand new things you haven't even seen yet. We've got loads of discounts. We've got some end of season clearance items as well. Some beautiful plants. We've got some grow your own. We've got the rose of the week back, and we've got some new things for you to see as well. It's really exciting. If you want to get in touch with us, you know how to do it. Get involved in the chat with us. Bex is looking after YouTube.
Yeah,
we'll also be reading your emails. Jake's going to keep an eye on Facebook for us as well. If you want to send us your pictures, send us your comments, YGTV@yougarden.com. And we'll have a look at your pictures, we'll have a look at your gardens, and we'll see what you've got to say. Bex, you feeling good?
I am
Happy
feeling
Sunday?
good. Yeah. Had a little holiday break, back into work, absolutely loving it.
Are you doing any gardening this week?
I did do a little bit of gardening, yes. I say gardening, just tidying up, sorting out. I'm not getting right into it because obviously everybody knows I'm moving house. But yes, there's a bit of tidying up I need to do ready for the new people moving in, and a little bit of organising. People were asking me recently about what jobs that you're supposed to be doing in autumn, and it is a really good time to get certain jobs done. Planting things, improving the soil, moving stuff. Not quite yet, but we're getting very close to that time where it's going to be the perfect time to actually start transplanting and moving plants around the garden that aren't quite in the right place. So lots of jobs coming up.
And is everything we've got on the show today, we can plant these now?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Now is the perfect time to plant. A lot of people think that autumn, oh no, you don't plant anything autumn, but actually it really is the perfect time to plant. The ground is as warm as it possibly can be. I would argue that actually autumn is a better time to plant than spring. You can do it at both times, but I would argue that now is actually a significantly better time to do it.
Well, we've got your spring bulbs on the show today. We've got loads of options for you, so you can get those in the ground now, ready for spring. And we've got loads of other plants you can put in your garden as well. Please use our offer code if you want any of our savings you can see on the show today. If you want that free postage on all orders, everything you see on the show you can get with free shipping. YGTV 3525 3525. That's what you need to enter at the checkout where you see the offer code box. We'll give you an example of how to do that later, but that's how you get all of our discounts. That's how you get all of our savings and that free shipping as well. If you're not a member of the club already, we have a discount club available for you for only £10 a year on an auto renewal system. You'll be offered this at checkout, and if you're not a member, you should seriously consider it. Even if you only buy our compost, even if you only buy our pots, even if you don't want plants, you should get the plants, they're amazing. You can still get 15% off all of your plants, all of your planting accessories and your pots and your compost. We do 7.5% off your bigger purchases like your outdoor living, garden machinery, if you need to be doing any of the hedge tidy ups and you want hedge trimmers, lawnmowers, things like that. And you get extra vouchers and offers and exclusives just for members every single week for only £10 for a whole year. The auto renewal is the best and most affordable way to do that with us. We'll show you more of that later as well. Please go to our website if you want to see everything on the show today. There's a little button in the top corner. If you're watching on a phone or you're shopping on your phone, that might be at the bottom right of the screen. It says live now. Look out for that logo and then scroll down and have a look through all of the items on today's show. Of course, we've got your essentials, your compost, your barks, your mulches. We're going to start talking about mulching soon, getting plants through the winter. But we've got pre-filled baskets today. We've got winter colour. We've got bulbs. We've got grow your own. There's even a sneaky little house plant in there as well. We've got some new favourites like the tiny tails. And even though our summer alliums have just gone over, we'll start planting our spring alliums now. And then we've got our lucky dip, massive value on 12 plants coming up later as well. And those tower pots. Brilliant deal on those. But one of our favourites we've seen in the shed the last week, if you've been watching us here or anywhere else, we cannot stop talking, and Sean's mum couldn't stop talking about this one.
Oh, really?
Either.
Did she like this one?
The Lunar Rose Hibiscus. Sean had to buy 3. There's 2 for her garden, 1 for his.
Really?
Already?
I am not surprised. This is an absolute stunner. First of all, check out the size of this flower here. I mean, I have quite big hands for a woman. Look at the size of these flowers that you get on here. It is absolutely massive and it is gorgeous. Now, the thing is with hibiscus, you do tend to get these flowers a little bit later on in the season. They start blooming in summertime. Normally, I mean, about June or July time, these can start blooming for you. But the great thing is that they keep going a little bit longer than a lot of the summer flowers. And as you can see on this one, we've got the massive, great big flower here. But if I just twist this for you slightly,
she's going on a
you
bud
can
hunt.
also. Oh, I've got to be careful not to break the flower off. Could you imagine? I am famous for doing that, aren't I? It wouldn't be the first time. But there's buds galore on this plant. Loads and loads of these buds just waiting to open up and bloom for you. Look at those buds back there.
They're like little ladies in waiting.
They are indeed.
As soon as the flower's gone, there's another one coming through to take a place.
Well, this is the thing. Each individual flower on a hibiscus doesn't actually last that long. But the great thing is there's always another one coming to replace it. Pollinators absolutely adore them. And this one actually is a slightly more compact hibiscus. Now, I love the size that hibiscus can get to. You know, that lovely 6-foot height and things. But actually, this one's slightly more compact, about 70 centimetres. So somewhere between 2 and 3 feet is sort of the height and spread that this is going to get to. So for smaller gardens, wonderful. It means you can fit more into your garden, but also container growing. It's a little bit more suited to container growing than maybe the larger varieties.
Do we need just normal compost for this one?
Yeah, our professional compost would be incredible for this. There's you don't need any ericaceous or anything, so our compost would be perfect. I do recommend feeding with hibiscus. I think they're quite hungry plants. You know, you'll get the best flower displays if you do make sure you feed them. So obviously, you know, our blooming fast is incredible, and that would be the perfect feed for it.
We are thinking this is a top tip for the show today. It's already been popular this week in our live on Thursday earlier in the week. This was the top pick. That's why we're showing it to you straight at the top of the show today. We're here until 12 o'clock. Don't forget, you're saving £8 on this. Even more as a discount club member, $18.69 this goes down to. If you've already ordered one and you've already received it, please send us a photo. We'd love to see how good yours looks in your garden, and just reassure everybody that they all look this good. Now, a plant we keep bringing into the shed because we love it. And this gets more interesting every time we see it. We've been bringing this to you since February at different times of the year. And the foliage has been changing. The flowers have emerged. The berries are now coming through, which are edible. And it's just so interesting, ever changing. What a really exciting plant. But I don't know if a lot of people have heard of this one. The Lycisteria formosa, I hope I'm saying that properly, golden lanterns pheasant berry, a plant with so many names, must be an absolute stonker bet.
Yeah, it is. And do you know what I've said about this one before? That I think if it was, you know, at a certain time of year, if you were to walk past this in a garden centre, I think you would just keep walking past it. You wouldn't necessarily, you wouldn't know the entire story that goes with it. And this is why it's important, and I'm so glad that you're here watching us, because we can bring it to life for you. We can share that story. I think it's probably at its most stunning right now, because you've got, obviously, these wonderful lantern-like clusters of flowers that have formed here. The berries are really starting to form on there as well. I actually fed Jake one this morning so they could get a little hit of that kind of toffee taste. It's the really dark berries. You have to wait until they're really dark. Those are the ones.
See them there, yeah, just under the petals there.
They're really bitter if you don't get them when they're ripe, but they're so sweet. They genuinely taste like toffee. It's insane. I love the clusters that form there and how they dangle down there, and you've got the flowers at the end and then all the berries forming here. Now, wonderful for bringing wildlife into your garden. The birds are going to love coming and harvesting all these berries from here, and I do love seeing the birds coming in, not just the pigeons. They annoy me. I like to get the whole variety of birds coming into the garden. The bird song is wonderful. So adding these kinds of plants into your garden that's going to invite them in will be incredible. Now, it can grow to about 2 metres. So you want about, give it a little bit of space. It's quite fast growing as well, actually. So if there's a gap in your border that you want to fill relatively quickly, then yeah, Lycisteria is a good one to add in there. Now, it is deciduous. It's going to drop its leaves, but it's still, holding firm right now. A lot of things are starting to drop their leaves quite early this year. There was a big old, I think it was on Radio 4, and it was in the news, wasn't it?
The early summer has given us a false autumn. There are even leaves dropping from the trees right now, but that's because they've been so dry.
Yeah.
Some of the top leaves have gone off, so we've just had a load of wind over the last couple of days, and the leaves are falling, and people are like, oh, it's autumn already. I think we're 3 or 4 weeks early.
We've still got, 3 or 4 weeks left.
False autumn.
But this one's holding up very, very beautifully and looking amazing. It doesn't need any special compost. Our premium, well, obviously our premium professional compost is special compost, but it's a multi-purpose, so you can plant this very, very happily. I reckon you could grow this in a container quite happily as well if you want to, but of course you might restrict the size a little bit, so if you can plant it in the ground, go for it.
Look, right now it's in a 3 litre pot right now, and as a lovely sized plant.
Beautiful.
So if you wanted to put it into a 20-litre container, it's still going to get big,
Yeah.
it's still going to get healthy. And I've found a new appreciation since I've worked here for the last 2 years at YouGarden for deciduous plants. Can you believe YouGarden TV is 2 years old, by the way? Because, you know, oh no, it looks bare in the winter, I want something evergreen, I want something colour all year round, but you appreciate the plant so much more as it starts to grow back, and you notice it so much more as the leaf and the flower starts to come back in the spring next year.
Yeah, and also I think because we often go, oh, it's deciduous, but actually clever planting of deciduous plants. For example, you know, in front of windows and things, like you want all that luscious foliage in the summertime when the days are long and all the rest of it, but in the winter you don't want to block the light coming into your house. So actually deciduous plants really do have a place when it comes to planting schemes in the garden. Also, I really like the green stems that you've got on this. A lot of plants go woody and everything. These actually seem to hold on to this lovely sort of green stem. They do go a little bit woody at the base, but we've got lovely green stems on here too. And
the leaves are colour changing as well. So much interest in this plant. If you want to go for it today, £12.74 is all you're going to pay, including delivery. So if that's all you want today, I mean, don't make that the only thing you go for today, but if that's all you wanted today, £12.74 delivered to your house for club members. That is an amazing price. 511 523. Don't forget you can call us on the phone still if you want to. 0844 502 0050. The number's down there. If you want to give us a call, you can, and place your order on the phones. Doesn't matter if you can't remember what we've said. You can go to our website. You can go to our show page. Everything is available on there, and you will be able to make your purchases and double check everything we're saying is true. We are showing you everything you can possibly get on the show today on our website. Just go to our show page and you'll be able to see everything you can get with the free shipping just by clicking that Live Now button. Right, we're going to bring you back. If you're looking for winter colour, if you're looking for something to get you through those darker months, they're not here yet.
Yeah, they're not here yet.
They're not here yet.
No, but we have to start thinking about it now.
These are our favourites, the Pansy Cool Wave. The Pansy Wave was a breakthrough in breeding technology with plants, and the Cool Wave are the ones that are designed to get through the winter months. But these baskets aren't just for winter, are they, Bex?
No. Well, this is the amazing thing about these. The flowers that you've got with either of these options, we're looking at the berries and cream right now, but these are going to last for about 10 months of the year. And I can 100% guarantee, you know...
Sorry, 10 months?
Yeah, 10 months.
So these have just started flowering?
I know this from experience. I have these in my garden, both options. I've got them planted in pots. And I can tell you, these were flowering right the way from August last year all the way through the winter. I showed on Thursday, I think I showed during, did I show it during the live? I can't remember. I've got pictures on my phone of these covered in frost, the flowers on there covered in frost, and then continuing to flower right the way through. Again, until mid-July, I've got pictures where they were like full and luscious and gorgeous. They slowed down a little bit, and what I did was trimmed them right back, and they're coming back to life now. They've got loads of flowers on them again, and they're going to do it all the way through the winter this year too.
So hang on, these are pansies.
Yes.
But they don't mind the cold temperatures.
They don't mind the cold temperatures.
How low can they
go? -20, -25.
So English winter completely covered?
Absolutely.
And then you're telling me they're perennial?
Yeah.
So they're not a one-season deal?
No.
You say 10 months of colour, sort of 10 months of colour and they're done. You can bring these back next year.
Absolutely. And all I did with mine, as I say, was give them a little trim back in the height of summer for about, I don't know, 4, maybe 8 weeks. You know, they were just trimmed back, but then that's revitalised them. Now the days are getting a little bit shorter. We haven't got all that really hot weather. They're loving it. They're coming back. They're blooming again. Feed them, deadhead them. That's all you need to do. And the deadheading process is really quick and simple. I mean, I don't even use any secateurs or anything.
You left any today?
I haven't. I do like deadheading. I literally just pick them off like this with my fingers. So a 5-minute job on a daily or every other day basis, and that's going to keep these blooming for you. I love having colour in the winter. This is the important thing. A lot of flowers obviously fade, a lot of plants go dormant in winter, so you need to add that colour into your garden. A lot of people think hanging baskets are just for summer, but actually you can create some gorgeous displays in winter. Now, when they are covered in frost, I mean, they might droop down a little bit.
Okay.
But as soon as the frost passes, it perks right back up again and continues flowering for you.
Don't forget, this is the price for a pair. You're getting 2 hanging baskets with the galvanised hanging chains included, natural rattan. This is not pretend rattan. Pre-planted for you with the garden ready, pansy variety, cool wave. This is the berries and cream option, and this is the lovely purple and cream and
Yeah,
ivory
I
look.
like this one.
Bex likes this one.
Yeah,
It's
this
really,
one's
really
my
classy.
fave, I think.
But we have another option for you as well. Bex's favourite, the berries and cream, $33.98 for 2 baskets delivered. If you want the Cool Wave mix, this one has some of the berries and cream in here, but you also have your brighter colours. We've got the blues and the yellows in as well. This is a different item number, 450155, and this is coming to you for $33.98.
Yeah.
Delivered a pair. You're getting 2 of these baskets pre-planted, take them out of the box, hang them up, free shipping when you use our code YGTV3525. And bear in mind, sometimes our hanging baskets attract a postage of $7.99.
Yeah.
These are big, heavy items, so you're saving money there as well. So if you're thinking of taking your summer hanging baskets down right now, put your all year round hanging basket up in its place. Please don't have an empty hook over winter, there's no need.
And that is the display that you will get from these, by the way. It's lovely to be able to see the rattan now whilst they're getting in, they're getting established, but these will tumble and they will trail, and eventually they will absolutely cover that basket for you. It's really important to get hold of these now and get them out and get them established. They are winter hardy, as we say, but we want them to get started and get, get their roots in and get flowering for you. If you wait too long, they'll be fine over winter. They just won't have got the rump on that you want them to have got. Okay, so do get them now, get them out, keep them watered as well. A lot of people think that over winter they don't need to worry about watering. You do still need to water your baskets. Think about those really cold, windy days. Those will dry those baskets out very, very quickly. So just make sure you keep on top of your watering throughout winter as well.
Yeah, a lot of people, if they keep them against the side of the house, the eaves of your house might not let them get the rain naturally as well. So keep your baskets well hydrated. Now, these are the pre-planted baskets. Please go for these if you want to. If you want to make up your own baskets, we have the garden ready variety available for you. This is a pack of 10 plants available in the Cool Wave mix. So that's the colourful one up here. So if you want to make your own baskets, but not just for baskets, put them in your pots and your planters. Maybe finish off if you're doing a nice summer lasagna or a spring bulb display, you can pop these in the top. Those are only £11.04 for a pack of 10. Again, that's a delivered price when you use that code YGTV3525 at checkout. We also have another variety. This is a slightly different hanging basket, but we have the Cool Wave Frost Mix. This is a new colourway available to us this year. Now, this one is even lighter than the berries and cream, really classy looking, really elegant looking. These are a plastic hanging basket. They're a purple coloured hanging basket. We're going to show them to you later in the show. These have been really popular in previous weeks, but also look at that price, just over £10 a basket, coming in at $21.23 for club members, delivered price for a pair. We're going to show those to you later on in the show, and if that's going to be your preferred choice, please make sure you add them to your basket now, and then we'll show them to you live later before you check out.
I like those ones as well.
We're allowed to like all of them, Bex. You might not have room for everything.
I don't have room for anything.
We know a lot of our YouGarden viewers really do fill up their gardens. They work every space, and yet still somehow always find room for one more.
There's always room for another plant.
There's always room for one more. Right, we've brought you over here to our favourites table. So these are the ones you've decided this week are your favourites by buying them. We know what have been your favourites, and here are the top selection. This one, Adam is obsessed with this one. Our good friend Adam Walcott, who joins us in the shed. This is the tiny tails. Why? Because they look like tiny little squirrel tails in the plant. And the problem is, as soon as you see them, you can't help touching them.
Yeah.
So what is this? Is this a grass? It reminds me of our tiny pamper, but it's got so much colour going on in it.
It's called a Pennisetum, and it is a type of grass, and it is, I think there's so much interest with this particular plant because, I mean, the tails are gorgeous. The flower stems on there are really, really beautiful. I was comparing it to the tiny pamper in actual fact, because I quite like the movement that you get on this one as opposed to the tiny pamper, which I've also got, by the way, and love. The tiny pamper is much more sort of stubborn, erect, you know, kind of very, very straight up, whereas this one has extra movement because of the way that these little tails move, and I think that is gorgeous. Just think about that sort of just blowing in the breeze. Beautiful. You've also got really interesting grass on this as well. Look at the tones. You've got some really bright greens running through there, but then you've got those wonderful dark tones, the burgundies, almost black tones to the foliage, and it's going to stay super compact. So this is only going to get to about 50 centimetres height. It's not going to get much taller than you're seeing there in actual fact. And I think this is almost fully established, basically, coming to you in the 19 centimetre pot. I can 100% guarantee they all look like that because I was out on the nursery. I've had a look at them. They all do look like the one that we've got in the potting shed here.
They really grab your attention, don't they?
They absolutely do. When you're walking through the nursery, that grabs your attention. But of course, that colour is starting to appear as well. Those wonderful pink tones. I can see it on some of the tails that we're looking at here, but that's going to continue to form. So you're going to get those lovely pink colours. If you're looking for a gift for somebody, whether they're into their garden or they're just getting started or whatever, I think this would be a fantastic gift. It's a drought-tolerant plant. It's incredibly low maintenance. You've got that wonderful, vibrant, dark foliage, those fluffy flower plumes in there. It's neat, it's tidy. It can fit into, I think, every single garden, and it's pretty tough. I know on the website, we've got our Protect from Frost logo on there.
Okay, how low is that?
It's half hardy, so this can cope with some minus temperatures. You know, the thing is, when it's half hardy, it can cope with a bit of minus. It can probably go down to -5, maybe even -10. A little bit. What it can't cope with is prolonged periods of that. So obviously, depending on where you live in the country, just bear that in mind. If you're container growing it and you're expecting more prolonged periods of frost, you just got to move the pot. But for most of the country, pick yourself a nice sheltered spot in the garden and it's going to be absolutely fine.
So it'll take a chill, but not a freeze. If you're going for the Pennisetum tiny tails, there it is on the website. Pop it into your basket right now. Don't forget to use that code YGTV 3525 is what gets you the discount today and free shipping. And if you're a club member, you're going to get that for £18.69. That is absolutely amazing. Don't forget, whatever you're planting this time of year, you are going to need our premium professional compost. The most affordable way to get our compost is by watching YouGarden TV and by being a club member.
Yeah.
So if you need to stock up, get it now. Get the 100 litres. This is the 250-litre bags delivered to you for £21.23. You're saving £17.99 versus our usual price. Somehow, late last year, we decided we're selling the compost too cheap. We're going to have to put the price up.
Yeah.
And then what we did, we put the price up a little bit, because, you know, everything's going up. We couldn't help it. And then we improved the club membership from 10% discount to 15% discount. And now the compost is even lower price for a club member than it was last year. So club members are still making amazing savings on our compost. We know you love it. The 500 five-star reviews tell us you love it. And the results we see when we plant with this and the results we see when you plant with this are going to make a difference. Now, the seasons are changing, Bex.
Soon.
We can't resist it. It's happening. And occasionally we need to mulch plants. We need to protect them.
Yep.
Our ornamental spruce bark mulch is available.
Yes.
Now, this is the 70-litre bag. You're getting it for £16.99. Again, that's a delivered price for club members. What would you use this for? Sean's using it there to decorate the tops of those planters. They do look much more attractive than just looking through to the bare compost where those bushes have got a bit taller. How would you use this kind of mulch in your garden?
Right, so there's a couple of reasons why you're going to use it. First of all, there are those half-hardy plants, you know, those slightly more tender plants. You want to give them that duvet, that layer of protection. When we get a frost, it affects the top layer of the soil. It rarely gets down any lower than the top inch, obviously depending on where you live. It's that top layer that gets the frost. So if you add a couple of inches on top, it's that gets the frost. It doesn't penetrate down to where the roots are. And this is why we mulch, okay? So it's that duvet. It's what's going to keep those plants nice and warm. If you wanted to surround your tiny tails with it, for example, just to make sure, that would be the perfect thing to do with it. It's also great to, you know, neaten up the borders, the pots that Sean's got in his pub there. That looks so much neater once he's put that all in. It can... we're getting into the wet weather, aren't we? And we're going to be doing lots of gardening. We're going to be getting out there. We're going to be moving plants and things around. It's really good, Adam always says this, to put into the borders and things so that when you're stepping in the borders, you're not coming out with your boots kind of clagged up with mud. It stops that from happening too. It'll retain moisture in the ground as well. So it means watering less. You still have to keep watering over winter. Obviously, this is a good thing for summer to have mulch layer on the top to keep the moisture in. Yeah. And it's also going to suppress weeds from growing through as well. I know that's less of a problem in winter and more of a problem in summer, but as soon as you've got that layer down, it's helping you through all of those different seasons.
So let the weather dry out the bark and not your soil.
Exactly.
Will it stop my bulbs coming through?
No, not at all.
Brilliant.
Absolutely not.
If you want a 70-litre bag of that today, that's available in the show right now. Maybe add it to your basket before you get to checkout. 100061, or the alternative mulch we provide here is Strulch, which has a lot of other added benefits, like keeping slugs and snails away, helping control weeds, and we get rave reviews for this product every single year, Bex. People repeat buy it. Yeah,
they do, and this would be my favoured option because of the slug and snail protection that you get with this. So you've got your lupins or the delphiniums or hostas, all those sorts of things. Those are the kind of plants that, you know, slugs and snails like to eat, unfortunately, and it's particularly that new growth that starts to come through in springtime. So if you give them the winter protection that they might need, but it's there for when that new growth comes through, which means that the slugs and snails aren't going to get hold of it. And another thing that a lot of people say to us is it doesn't blow away. It's like a very fine sort of straw material, and you might think that in strong winds it would blow away, but we get comments all the time saying it doesn't, and that's an amazing thing.
So if you want to go for that today, the 9 kilogram bag, that's a £13 saving if you're a club member as well, £16.99.
I would stock up.
All of our prices are delivered prices when you use that code YGTV3525. We're going to move on and we're going to show you these invisible sweet Williams. Now, a lot of our garden readies have only just arrived on the nursery. They're getting checked in now, so we're not allowed to touch them, but we can still show you them here on YouGarden TV, ready for sale. So our garden ready plants are bigger than your average plug plant, much bigger than your average plug plant, and this is the Sweet William Vesuvio. What do we like about Sweet Williams in our garden?
The scent, for me. I absolutely adore the scent of a Sweet William. So my mum loves them as well. So I think I've got it from her. They do have a wonderful smell to them. The fact that you are getting sort of autumn and early spring colour from these as well. So you'll get them planted, they'll grow away for you. And they grow quite quickly, in fact. So you'll get some lovely autumn colour, hopefully starting to bloom for you towards the end of September, going into October, and they last quite a long time, and then they will re-bloom again for you once you get to sort of about March time next year. They get nice and tall, sturdy stems, great for using as a cut flower as well. Perennial, winter hardy, you know, these are all tick boxes as far as I'm concerned for creating autumn winter colour in your garden, but doing it a bit more on a budget. I love the summer bedding. I love the winter bedding. It's brilliant. But I also really want to make sure I'm mixing in plenty of perennials in my garden as well, because that's how you make the most of the money you've got to spend on your gardening items.
So our Pansy Cool Wave perennials, they're going to come back. These Sweet William Vesuvio, their perennials, they're going to come back.
Indeed.
If you're planting our spring bulbs, they're going to come back for you as long as you don't cut them down and use them as cut flowers. What a great addition to your garden. 20 plants here for £12.73. That's about 64 pence per plant. These are garden ready size, so they can go straight out right now, Bex?
They can indeed, yeah, absolutely. You could plant them now and you'll start getting those amazing displays into borders, into pots. Put them in a sunny position if you can. The sunnier the better is going to be the best thing for them. They're pretty weather resistant, you know, they're hardy, they're relatively compact, you get long lasting colour, you've got really vibrant shades, you've got wonderful fragrant flowers, they're reliable, they're low maintenance. Again, I think I'm ticking all the boxes.
And don't forget, if you want to still get pollinators into your garden late in the year, these are a fantastic choice. Lovely shades of pink and red and coral in the Sweet William Vesuvio. It's a pack of 20 coming to you for only £12.73. They're not invisible. We will send you the real plants. They're so fresh into the nursery, we're not allowed them here in the shed. But we promise you, they're the quality you know and expect from YouGarden. This is our favourites table. We've got more things to show you that you said were your favourite items on the show this week, and we're moving on to alliums. So our summer alliums are just finishing.
Yes.
We can get our spring alliums planted now. This is a favourite, the Purple Sensation. Bex, these bulbs are enormous.
Yeah.
Will the flowers be as big?
Yeah, oh my word. Allium flowers are just some of my favourites. I mean, look at the quality of the bulbs we're talking about. Real premium, professional, quality bulbs that you get from us at YouGarden. There's no smell to them either, which is a good thing. If you get stinky bulbs, that can be a problem.
No, you know those are already on the way out.
Exactly.
Everything here is kept in cold store, so we keep it really fresh before we send them to you.
Yeah, and the balls of flower that you get from these, they are stunning. Tall, sturdy stems on here as well. I'm always amazed at how sort of straight and sturdy those stems are. Those are them last year when they were just starting to open up. So you can see, I love the way they tease you, and they have this sort of outer shell to them, and then it gradually just peels away and opens up, and then it forms that ball. So you can see that those are just starting to form the ball of bloom. times. On each one, there's probably, I don't know, hundreds of little flowers, which means that bees spend a wonderful time just hopping from one to the next to the next. They can spend ages just on one flower head there.
A little pollinator in the background.
Yeah, and look at those straight stems. They are just stunning. And I often say this about the alliums, that they work in the opposite ends of the scale. So if you want a really modern, contemporary looking garden, Allium Purple Sensation is amazing.
Absolutely.
But then right at the other end of the scale, that wonderful kind of country cottage garden style, alliums work great in that as well. So I think these are very, very versatile. They work in pots, they work in borders, they love a sunny spot in the garden. They're perennial, they come back for you every single year. They look great when the flowers have actually faded. The faded flower heads look really interesting, so you should just keep those on there. Now the foliage at the base sometimes it goes over quite quickly, and all I'm going to say to you is plant around them with something else to hide that foliage. These are absolutely well worth getting into your garden, and planted in clusters like this look just fantastic. I would go with, I mean, look, you can plant them in any kind of colour scheme, but I do like purple and yellow together. I think those work really nicely. So if you can find, some kind of yellow thing to put with it, that looks pretty.
Well, they wouldn't look amiss next to our daffodil collection we've got coming up later for you. So maybe you get your spring bulbs together. These are the Allium Purple Sensation, a favourite because they're on our favourite table. You get a pack of 25 bulbs for only £10.19 today if you're a club member. So that's only 41p per bulb. And remember, these are perennial. They're going to last you years and years and years. The Purple Sensation, absolute favourite, beautiful price here on YouGarden TV. YGTV 3525 in your offer code box at checkout. Or if you're on the phones, make sure you tell your operator that's what you want to use. And you're going to get all the discounts and the savings and the free shipping. We're going to move on, Bex. It's time to do some grow your own. Now, we didn't feature this in Thursday's show, and yet somehow it was still one of the most popular items. People found this, they found the price, and they went bonkers for it. £11.04. And you're going to be able to grow your own pink blueberries.
What do we call it? The blinkberry.
The blinkberry.
Plinkberry, we're going with that now, okay.
I don't. This is known as the pink lemonade. Does that mean it's going to have a nice sweet flavour to the fruit?
Yeah, I think there's a nice kind of sweetness to it. I just love the fact that you're getting pink blueberries, and if you already grow blueberries... Glow's
good as well. They glow.
Like to have a mixed bowl of those almost black blueberries and then some pink ones dotted in there, that's just going to look visually so appealing, but it's going to be amazing on the taste buds as well. Now I'm growing the traditional blueberries, and those have been so deliciously sweet, like so much better than any blueberry I've ever bought from a supermarket. Not that of course we go to supermarkets, but it just hits different when you grow it yourself, when it's been warmed by the sun, when you spent the time and energy to grow it yourself. It tastes so much better.
You taste the satisfaction of your effort.
Absolutely.
Can't you? And food meters, not food miles. Bringing the food in from your garden, it's just fresher than you could possibly imagine. Sometimes we go out to the shops and we're not aware we're buying an apple that's nearly a year old.
Yeah.
Nearly a year from being off the tree to being into your house and being eaten by you. You're going to get these as fresh as they can be. And I bet, Bex, when you've been picking your blueberries in your garden, some of them haven't even made it into the house.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm constantly... I grew those blueberry plants for my husband, and I have given them a lot to him. But whilst I'm picking, it's normally one for him, two for me. One for him, two for me. The great thing is as well, though, they can be frozen. So if you get a massive, crop of blueberries or pink blueberries, you can freeze them very happily, and then they can go into your smoothies or, your pancakes or whatever it is that you use your blueberries for. This has been given the badge of perfect for pollinators by the RHS. Of course it is. It's going to produce those lovely flowers in springtime. We're going to bring those pollinators in so that we can be then picking those pink blueberries later on in the season, about August, September time. I was picking blueberries yesterday. There was still blueberries ripening on my plants yesterday. So, they do crop beautifully, reliably each year. This is a very established plant already, ready to plant out. It's also self-fertile, so you don't have to worry too much about, pears or anything like that. You would get better crops if you've got other blueberry plants already growing, but you don't need to if you only just want one. Or do remember your ericaceous compost though, please. It is a blueberry, so it still needs its ericaceous compost.
And we can freeze the berries, so is the plant super hardy?
Yeah, totally. Winter hardy plants. So you can plant these now, get them in, allow them to get their roots established, leave them over winter. They'll probably drop a lot of their leaves. They're supposed to be quite deciduous, but I will say my blueberry plants held on to quite a lot of their leaves last year. But they do give a wonderful display. They're one of the most sort of visually appealing once we get to the autumn months, because the golden tones that you get, you know, the golds, the burgundies, the reds that you get from the leaves are stunning.
So exciting all year around. This is the Blueberry Pink Lemonade. If you're looking for this one, only £11.04 for club members. Delivered price when you use today's code. That's why it's made it to our favourite table. If you're already growing blueberries, maybe add this to your grow your own section of your garden. But we've seen so many people planting gardens recently, and they mix all the grow your own. You don't have to have a separate fruit and veg section.
No.
Just mix it in among your flowering plants. Guys, we always love hearing from you.
Yeah, there's so many comments.
Always love hearing your comments. Always love seeing your gardens. If you want to email us, get in touch, YGTV@YouGarden.com. You can send us your photos, send us your pictures of your garden, send us your ideas, send us your suggestions. Who's in the YouTube chat this morning, Bex?
So many people.
Got some regulars and some newbies?
Loads of regulars. I don't know about newbies. I'll have a little look. Lots of questions coming in. Eleanor, starting off with a small negative, but I want to address it. She said, I got the pink lemonade last year. This year it cropped, but they were blue. Although there was a pink lemonade tag with it. Think I was sent the wrong one. Eleanor, please get in touch with our customer service department. They will absolutely look into it for you. If you've got the wrong plant, we want to fix that. So apologies. I'm so sorry if you were sent the wrong one. Get in touch with customer services and they will fix it for you.
Always gives the chance to put it right.
Yeah, definitely. Artful Splodger says, do I need a 6th blueberry plant? And pink as well, yeah. Husband eats them straight off the bushes, says Splodge. Cheryl, how much do you like? Oh, Cheryl's responding to Splodge saying, how much do you like blueberries? I mean, if you love blueberries, then get yourself another one. Why not?
Quite a bit. One of the healthiest fruits you can have.
Yeah, definitely. Really high in antioxidants, definitely.
Any blue skin fruit will be.
Splodge has just ordered some primroses.
Nice.
Right, I'm going backwards now. Neil's ordered the alliums. Morning to you all. Caroline's in, Mauricia's here, Cheryl's in. Rhiannon, good morning. I saw a comment from you about bulbs. I'll come back to that one in a second. Neil says his tiny tails is going to go in the garden near his tiny pampas.
That's going to look
good. I think it's going to look really wonderful.
Nice plan, Neil.
Right, let me find Rhiannon's question. Morning all, the summer bulbs collection, can I now cut them back as want to plant crocus and tulips? Just be careful on cutting anything back. I think they're still refeeding their bulbs at the moment.
Yeah, you can take the flowers off, but not the stems, I've been told.
Exactly. So you can cut faded flower heads off. You do want to let the stems really sort of die back and the foliage die back. So I think it's a little bit too early. I think you can still plant your tulips and your crocus around, but I wouldn't be cutting anything back just yet. I would be waiting just a little bit longer. Yeah,
if you're too eager to tidy up, you can limit that bulb's productivity the next year. So please keep your comments coming in. Please keep telling us what you want to see, what you want to hear. If you've spotted a plant on the website you want us to show and you don't think we've got it out yet, you can always ask and we'll bring it forward for you, because we're live. We're interactive here until 12 o'clock today on this Sunday with YouGarden TV. You've got Bex Edwards, the Plantopedia, with me. And we've got Jake looking after us in the shed. If I look unfamiliar, I'm Stuart. Hello. Sometimes I push all the buttons, but today I'm stood out here because Sean's elsewhere and Adam's having a family holiday.
Ah.
I asked some of our other stand-ins. They weren't available.
I like you.
Ah. Is that where I'm supposed to go? And I like you too, Bex.
No, not at all. I would never expect that, Stu.
I don't give out compliments easy if she tries really hard. She knows she's earned it if she gets one from me. Right, we've got the Geums here, the Firestarter. This is a triple pack, one of Sean's favourites.
Yeah. Well,
and
he's
you're
a twisted
getting
Firestarter,
3 plants
that's why.
just over £6 a piece for a club member. What do we love about Geums? Now, I see that these bright flowers are great for attracting pollinators, but what else do they do for us in our gardens?
Well, I think they're very neat, tidy plants, long flowering. I do love Geums.
So they're probably girls. Let's be sexist about it. They're not boys. They don't clear up after themselves.
No.
These are definitely girl plants.
Yeah,
Geums are she.
I'm the messy one in our house, I'm afraid. So maybe I can't say that. But they do form these wonderful, neat, sort of tidy mounds of foliage first of all, and then you get these stems of flowers just poking up out of the top of there. They are semi-double. Well, I mean, these are double flowers. Look at the layers of petals that you've got on here as well. So lovely ruffle double petals that we've got going on there. They flower for quite a long time. As I say, quite a long time. Normally start blooming around April, and they'll flower in flushes for you right the way through to October, and that's why this one is sort of blooming for you right now. What I would recommend is keep on top of your deadheading. If you don't do that, they will sort of slow down for you. So again, a job every week or so, just go and have a little snip and cut away some of those deadheads. Bright, fiery red. I mean, I think it's kind of an orangey red, but a beautiful shade that you've got there. Invites those friendly and beneficial pollinators into the garden. They do form clumps as well, so this is a great one for actually being able to get free plants in your garden. Do love a clump forming plant, because, and by the way, we're coming up to the point where you can start dividing plants as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Autumn is a great time to start dividing plants. Spring is fine as well, but you can start dividing those crowded clumps. It's an important job to do, not just to get free plants, but actually to maintain the vigour of the plant, otherwise it can slow down a little bit. You don't have to worry about that for a few years though. 3 or 4 years. Every 3 or 4 years is roughly when you would start dividing them.
When you've had a few kids and they start taking up more and more space, eventually it's time for them to go and get their own place.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing with your plants.
I'm not there yet, hopefully. Oh, God, don't. I'll start crying. They'll get to about 60 or 70 centimetres.
Your biggest one's what, 14?
He's 14. It's going quick, Stu. It's flying by. My words. About 60 centimetres height, I reckon you'll get out of the flower stems, but a nice mound of foliage, neat and tidy at the bottom. Winter hardy, wildlife friendly, sunny spot in the garden, pots or borders. It's entirely up to you.
Please go for these today. You're getting the triple pack of the Geum Firestarter, Twisted Fire Starters. Discount club saving is down to $18.67 for all three. Remember, that's a delivered price. Pop them in your basket today, but please don't check out with just those. But actually, if you've already checked out, make as many orders as you want. There's no shipping to pay. It's just better for our guys if they can put it all in one box if they're coming to you. But don't you wait. We know how many orders some of our customers make, so we're not discouraging you one bit. Please get in touch with us today. Keep the chats coming in and make sure you're sending your emails in as well. We're going to show you some pictures later. Got a few reminders for you of things you've seen earlier in the show. If you didn't join us at 9:30, we are still here till 12 o'clock. This is the Lycisteria Formosa Golden Lanterns Pheasant Berry. It's got a lot of names and it's a beautiful plant, constantly changing throughout the seasons with the lovely green stems, the colour changing foliage, and then these beautiful flowers that dangle down from the plants and then create berries for you to eat. You can eat them, or for the wildlife as well. £12.74 for a hugely established plant in the 3-litre pot. Only £12.74. That's a delivered price today with our offer code. We've got a few more things coming up later in the show for you as well, so there's plenty to stick around for. Things you didn't see on Thursday's show either. We're going to be bringing you your spring bulbs. This is the Narcissus Miniature Mix, so these are those short daffodils, but we're going to give you a variety of colours, a variety of head types. You can see the Rip Van Winkle style there as well, and you're getting loads of these different eyes, different colours on your daffodils. The miniature variety, why not grow them yourself? Don't buy them for your mum or significant other, whoever likes to get those in spring when you see all the little mini daff bunches around. Grow them yourself, or maybe even put these in a pot, grow them in a planter and give them on. Beautiful in your own garden as well, around rockeries, around your other bulbs. Great at the front of borders because they don't get too tall. Great in window boxes because they don't get too leggy. These are only $10.19 today, and that's a fantastic pack of bulbs for you. We're going to be showing you those later on, and other things coming up for you. The Acer Flamingo. Yes, it is an Acer Bex. It's a proper real Acer. 3-litre plant here, so we're getting a really established plant. Only £12.74. That's equaling the best price we've done on that this year. It's an incredible plant. You won't believe your eyes when you see the colours on that as they come through each spring and all the way through the summer. And that's an Acer that can get quite big as well. You can use that as a nice sized one behind your other shorter Acers or anywhere else in your garden. If you're doing like an oriental planting scheme, absolutely gorgeous. You're going to see that live later in the show. We've got that ready to show you. But we're going to bring you to a feature we do every week on YouGarden TV and across a lot of our other platforms as well, we have a Rose of the Week. We are partners here with Harkness Roses, established rose growers, breeders and suppliers across the UK and the world. And they do some very distinguished roses. They do charity roses, and they breed some really different and interesting varieties. And we choose a Rose of the Week every week because it's so hard to pick from the hundreds of roses that we stock here. Which ones do we talk about? So we narrow it down to just one to tell you about each week, and we bring you a special price on it, £14.44 for an award-winning climbing rose that happens to be one of Bex's favourites.
I love it. I genuinely do love this one. I think it's so pretty. I think the pink of the rose, first of all, is just beautiful, isn't it? It's an elegant pink. It's a real sort of shell pink colour, and I think that's stunning. It's got a gorgeous fragrance to it. It's what we would class in the sort of strong fragrance of all the roses, so it's got a really beautiful fragrance to it. It was definitely Michael and Lisa's picture that sold it to me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Jake, have you got access to that? Because that is... This is all I need to see to go, yeah, I want that in my garden. Look at that. Just growing up and over that archway with the purple lavender in the background.
We're only down the road in Spalding. We should drop in.
That is absolutely stunning. I think it's a beautiful display that they've created there. It's an award-winning rose as well, this one. So it's got 2 awards. It was World's Favourite in 1997, over nearly 30 years later.
Wow.
It is still considered an absolute favourite. Plus, this one Chelsea Flower Show, didn't it? It was, oh my word.
Rose of the Year 97?
It was right. World's Favourite 97. Oh, and
Yep.
It's the AGM, sorry, not a Chelsea one. It's the RHS Award of Garden Merit that this one has got.
So multi-award winning.
Indeed, absolutely.
Like you.
Maybe one day. Now it grows to about 2.5 metres, ultimately, is what this can grow to. And now if you are going for that look over the archway, this is the time to go for 2, because if you're growing it up and over something, you want to, because you want one either side. So rather than paying the RRP of £30,
yes,
you can get 2 for the same price as the RRP.
You would get 2 for less than £30 as a club member delivered.
Exactly.
Bear in mind that £30 would be then added delivery of £5.99, £6.99 on top of that.
It's just the perfect rose. It's the perfect climbing rose. I keep saying about how I am moving house. Apparently it's going to happen at the end of the month. Maybe the 26th is the date that we're moving. And there is an archway in that garden. They've already got a climbing rose on it. I have no idea what variety it is, but I think if it's not New Dawn, it will be New Dawn, because I will be getting New Dawn to climb up and over that. I think it's stunning. I really do.
Will you
love this
feel
one.
silly if you've missed this price?
Yeah, I will. But I can't do it, can I? I can't do it just in case.
You might not have room for 2 more climbing roses on a just in case.
I'm just going to have to wait and see. I highly recommend it. Obviously, if it's going on a trellis up a wall or a fence or something or other, then one will be absolutely fine. But if it's going up and over a structure like a pergola or an archway, do consider getting 2 of those into your basket.
If you want our Rose of the Week this week, it's only £14.44. Pop that into your basket, or if you're growing it already, please send us your photos. We'd love to see it. A multi-award winning rose, one of our favourites, super fragrant, and a climbing rose as well. Please consider this if you don't have a climbing rose and you just need to fill a fence panel, you need to cover the side of a shed or a bin store or something ugly like that. This could be the perfect solution for you. The Climbing Rose New Dawn from Harkness, those wonderful, talented rose breeders, and our partners here at YouGarden, maybe invest in this one. It's going to be a favourite for years and years to come. Now, we showed you the purple sensation alliums earlier. We now have a collection of alliums for you. This is a pack of 100 bulbs for £12.74. The value there is absolutely incredible. And I planted a lot of these in my garden last year, and I always have to caveat that with, when I say I planted in my garden, my wife planted them in my garden, and I got to enjoy them throughout the summer. How would you plant these, Bex? What would be your planting strategy for this selection of 7 different alliums? Would you spread them out, or would you have an allium zone in your garden?
That's interesting. I think you could, that's down to personal choice and the look and feel of your garden. I do think you need to put sort of clusters of the same one together, but that doesn't stop you from mixing clusters of another variety in with it, if
So
you
like
see what I mean.
5 or half a dozen of one type, so you really see them.
Yeah,
not
I
just
think
a single.
so. A single one will look a little bit sad and lonely, whereas if you put a cluster of them together, they work really well.
I could have 5 of one type, 5 of another type, 5 of another type, and have a little 15 allium cluster.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, that would work so nicely. And the thing is, you are getting the different colours included in here as well. As you see in here, that's the spherocephalons that you've got there, the drumsticks. I think you get 25 of those. Those work great through grasses. You've also got the Neapolitanum and the nigrums. Those are those white coloured ones. You've got the purple sensation. There's about 7. There's 7 of those included in there as well. The Christophii, which are the sort of more open ones that you can see there, those are amazing. They're really big. These siculums, these, you get up to about 30 of these dangling flowers on there. That is the Christophii, and those are giant. Honestly, they're almost like small football-sized blooms that you get. Absolutely incredible. And the mollies, they're probably the earliest flowering of all of them. So they do work well together because you've got the different colours included. They like free draining soil, is what I will say to you. I planted a bunch of these out into my my clay soil in my borders, and a few of them have come back and survived, but it's a bit too wet for them. It sits too wet in winter, so they haven't all come back the second time.
Something more free draining.
So they want
comments.
something a little bit more free draining is what I would recommend. So now I plant in pots and containers just because I've got that horrible thick, heavy clay in my garden. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, pots, borders, it really doesn't matter. Winter hardy, they're great. Cut flowers, absolutely amazing. Dried flower heads look stunning as well. They can look great left out on the plant. I actually made a little display in my house. I know Sean did the same thing from the dried, faded flowers. They look really pretty.
I'm seeing a lot of the professional gardens, the public gardens, show gardens, leaving alliums in for as long as the allium wants to stay there. They don't cut them back anymore because the dried heads are so interesting
really
to look at,
interesting.
and still providing good beneficial things for nature and the little insect habitats as well that we want in our gardens. Now, they're all coming to you individually bagged, 7 different packets here, and you can see you get the planting instructions on the bag, so it gives you the spacing and the depth that you need to make sure those are well looked after. But they come to you in one big bag as well, so you know what's in there, and then you can get them out into your garden and you can choose where they're going to go and have a really good think about the layout of it, or just go for it. You've got 100. Put them around everywhere. They're only 13 pence or less per bulb for 100 alliums. If you like alliums, there's always room for more, Bex, always room for more of these.
Absolutely.
And you're going to get this massive variety in your garden next spring for only £12.74. Again, that's a delivered price. Crazy value here at YouGarden, but even better when you shop with YouGarden TV. And even better again, if you're a club member, if allium is one of your spring favourites, stock up on them right now. Now, we looked at the pink blueberry earlier. We've got another grow your own coming up. These are the fantastic Blackberry Cascade. So this is a trailing, thornless blackberry. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where actually that sounds like an oxymoron, because there's 2 things a blackberry isn't that have been bred into this plant for the benefit of everybody who wanted to grow them.
Yeah, no thorns. So no scratched hands and fingers when you're picking those blackberries. Look at the flower that's forming on there, look. I mean, it's got a flower forming on it.
Flowers mean fruits.
Flowers do mean fruits. And I love the fact that you'll be able to pick these in your garden from a hanging basket, potentially, if that's where you're going to plant them. They will trail, so I would definitely recommend a hanging basket or a taller pot so that they can tumble and trail over the edge there. I mean, blackberries, I think it's a childhood memory, isn't it? Going out and picking blackberries. You take a little plastic tub and you go and pick, and then you come home with the scratched hands and everything. And Nan or Mum, they're going to make you a blackberry and apple pie or whatever from it. But you can do this from the comfort and safety of your own garden. Wait until those fruits are nice and ripe, which is about now, isn't it? I mean, it just passed now, but yeah, about August, September time, that's when you should be picking those fruits. And there's no thorns, and they should remain a little bit compact. I know we had some questions about that last week, so we are going to get answers on that for you.
We've asked.
I'll just get ahead of it before somebody comes in.
The Blackberry Cascades were getting quite long, and you could cut them back, you can maintain them at the size you want to maintain them, but it's a little bit more work for you, and you always feel real bad if you can see flowers coming or fruits coming. You think, I don't want to cut it back because I'm losing my crop. So we haven't looked into that for you, but yeah, these are the Blackberry Black Cascade, a pack of 3 for £11 and 2
I just saw that price. Oh my word!
It's astounding value.
Less than £4 each. That's brilliant. Absolutely, and that is your delivered price, of course, as well. Remember.
So Blackberry Black Cascade. This is a breeding breakthrough because it's a thornless blackberry that trails as well. So it's not going to turn into a massive bramble that takes over your garden, and it's also not going to cut your arms to ribbons, and you still get big, juicy, fresh fruits for you or for nature, depending how you want to do it. I think we should grow those in our gardens. Really, really easy to do. Pack of 3, £11 and 2 pence. Use that offer code YGTV 3525 at checkout, and those are going to get delivered for free as well. Bex, we've got the Cornus Midwinter Fire.
Yeah, also known as the dogwood. Weird name.
Really well-established plant. We've done these in a 9 centimetre before, but this is I think it's 2.5, 3 metre pot.
Yeah, I mean, these are very, very well-established plants. And I think dogwoods, Cornus, they are some of the most interesting plants for seasonal interest throughout every single season. Typically, they are grown for the winter colour that you get, but it does have that year-round interest. And when I say winter colour, it's this that I'm talking about here. It's a deciduous plant, so it's going to drop its leaves. But what you get from Cornus is these, look at those bright red stems.
Now, how many videos do we show here on YouGarden TV of when the plant is in its winter state? We don't do it.
No.
We always show you it. Here's the leaf, here's the flower, here's the fruit. Look how much interest this plant provides in winter when it drops its leaves. It's like, ta-da, this is what I've been hiding all this time.
It looks good naked. And
I didn't put it like that quite on purpose, and she had to go there.
Yeah, I always have to do. But it looks fantastic naked, but it also looks fantastic fully dressed as well. Foliage is gorgeous, but you also get lovely white flowers in summer, and it's followed by berries in autumn time, and then it drops its leaves in autumn and gives you this display in winter. It's not fussy on soil type. You do not have to worry about this. I think this would be absolutely fine in a clay soil, in a sandy soil. It's not going to be bothered. It'll get nice and big as well. It could get to sort of 2.5 metres height and spread, multi-stemmed here. And in order to get the best winter colour, you don't need to worry about it yet. We'll leave it a year or two.
Okay.
But once it gets established, you'll cut 1/3 of the stems down to ground level.
All the way down?
All the way down,
okay.
Yeah. Because it's the new growth that comes through that gives you the most vibrant colour. So if you do that every single year, then obviously you'll just get a constant rolling supply of these beautiful red stems. It's award-winning. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. It's winter hardy. It's wildlife friendly. Bees, birds, butterflies, moths. They're all going to be flocking to this. It's just such a simple and beautiful plant.
Loads of interest in this plant and loads of interest from you guys as well. Checking this one out on our website. Only £11 and 4 pence if you're a club member, but no matter if you're a club member or not, everyone gets that free shipping when you use that offer code YGTV 3525. Just remember, a cat wouldn't grow this, but a dog would. Now, we've shown you a hibiscus earlier in the show. I'm so sorry. It's a captive audience. I can't help it. When I know people have got to hear the punchline, I just have to go for it. We've shown you a hibiscus earlier in the show. We've got the Lunar Rose. If you've gone for that one already, maybe it's time for a classic hibiscus. This is the Hibiscus Chiffon White. Again, we've done these earlier in the year in the 9 centimetre pots, but this is a huge 3-litre pot with a huge saving, £10 off the price and your club discount as well. This is absolutely gorgeous, Bex.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so turning on to all the white flowers. I think the white flowers are just so pretty, aren't they?
It's September tomorrow, and this is still in bloom.
Look at it.
Sorry for saying it's September tomorrow. Sorry.
Is it tomorrow? Oh, my word.
That's what happens when you get to the end of a month, the next one starts.
Yeah, it goes back to 1, doesn't it? Kids go back to school next week.
Yeah! Celebrate!
You'll miss them.
I will miss
You
them.
will miss them.
Now this is the chiffon, okay? So the important thing to point out here is that it's got the double layer of flowers.
Yeah.
So the hibiscus that I've got, which I love, has the single layer of flower. This one has the added interest with that double layer of petals that you've got in there as well. So in the centre, you've got extra interest going on there. There are still buds here as well. Look, can you see all those buds that are behind those other flowers? There's still buds waiting to open up on this one.
Flowers through to September, really.
Yeah, I mean, even into October, quite happily, particularly, milder autumns, which is what we get. I've seen hibiscus flowering quite happily into October as well. It is hardy as well. This is something to let you know. There are varieties of hibiscus, and you'll see them growing out in the warm, hot countries. Those are tropical plants, and they would not survive a winter here, but these can cope with some minus temperatures. They can cope with sort of down to -10 quite happily. They will get nice and big as well, so this can grow to 6 feet, be as big as Stu.
Yeah, that's about me.
You're 6'2", aren't you?
No, I'm literally only just 6 feet. I love how everyone gets each other's height wrong here in the shed. Yeah. I'm bang on 6 feet and have been since I was about 19 years old.
Well, you'll start shrinking soon. So I'll get to Stu's height quite happily. They grow in a lovely, tall, upright shape as well. So you naturally get these upright stems, that lovely goblet shape, which means that it's low maintenance for you. I would recommend pruning it occasionally. You want obviously leave it alone for the first year or two, and then you can prune the tops off it. That will encourage new growth. It'll encourage a bit of branching, but it will also hopefully encourage larger flowers. Again, remember that hibiscus do like a feed. If you want the best displays, the most flowers, do give them a feed regularly with our blooming fast. That will help.
We do feed them that here on the nursery, and that's what helps get the plants to you in fantastic condition and helps get the blooms that we see here on the plants that we show you from our nursery. Remember, all of the plants you see here have just been taken from stock, exactly where yours will be picked from, so you will get one just like this. 3 litre pot, really well established. The Hibiscus Chiffon White is available today for only £12.74 if you're a club member, and everyone gets free shipping when they use that offer code YGTV 3525. Bex, who's talking to us today?
So many people. Circa or Circa, I think we had this conversation before. Anyway, Circa Trover is in the chat. She says that the Pride of England rose arrived on Friday. It is in absolutely fabulous condition.
Thank you.
Thanks. And that's a pleasure, and I'm glad that you've got that.
Come on, England Rugby.
Yeah. Neil said, had an email offer for the New Dawn Rose and a tower pot. Didn't think it could grow in one. Yes, I was slightly confused by that email offer that came through as well, Neil. There was one that came through from YouGarden this morning.
It couldn't stay in there forever. It'll get too big.
It would be too big, I think. I mean, look, it's a great offer. I think you get a free tower pot with it, which means you can use the tower pot for something else. I personally would not grow a climbing rose in a tower pot.
Start growing in there because you'll never get it out.
You'll never get it out again. I think it was
cling on.
I think it was a buy the rose and get the tower pot for free. Personally, I think it's a confusing message, but no, I would not grow it in a tower pot.
Get the rose on the Rose of the Week price because it's incredible. It comes to you for free shipping, and we've got a fantastic deal on a twin pack of tower pots. So if you need those,
absolutely.
then yeah, there's still a great way to get them from us. Irene, what do you need to know on Facebook today? Now, can you call us on the telephone? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Down there, bottom corner, down there, somewhere. There it is.
Right down in the corner.
Our phone lines are still open until 4 o'clock every weekend at the moment. I'll let you know when that changes because sometimes when we get into the later months, we don't staff our call centre all year round over the weekends. But I'll let you know if that's the case. And when that's true, on the live shows, you'll see it's just the YouGarden.com website in the corner. But our phone lines are open right now. 0844 502 0050, and that will get you through to our call centre. They can take your order there. Just remember, first thing you need to tell them, I've got an offer code I want to use, YGTV 3525, and that will get you all the prices you see on the show. If you want to pay the price in yellow, that lowest price, you need to ask them if you can join the club as well. That's a £10 fee for a whole year's membership. You're going to save your money back in no time. Now, that's the Hibiscus Chiffon White. If you want the hibiscus we showed you earlier in the show, the Lunar Rose, it's an absolute favourite here at YouGarden this week. It is available right now. These are the Lunar Rose. It's the Hibiscus How on earth do I say that, Bex?
Moschutos?
Sounds like a cocktail.
Moschutos.
This is a beautiful hibiscus.
It's
available on our nursery right now. It's really caught our attention in the last couple of weeks because of the massive sort of cerise blooms on here. And we are really enjoying this one. It's coming to you in the 21 centimetre pot, big 3 litre pot. It's well established. £18.69 is all you'll pay, including shipping. When you use that code, if you're a club member, you could be getting one just like this. Same story as the Chiffon Hibiscus. There's loads of buds still to come on it, still blooming through August, still blooming through September. Really exciting plant to help you get out of summer and into autumn in your garden. We adore these. Sean's bought 3, Bex. Do you think you need one?
I really do think I need one.
I mean,
I've got a heavy-duty pot that's empty. I could just put it in there and take it to the new house.
You could take it with you? Because I don't know if we're going to have any left if you don't get one soon.
There aren't many, actually. I went and got this sample this morning, and the stock is getting low. I did notice that there is a lot less than there was last week. So, yeah, I think I might have to just place myself an order for that one. It is gorgeous. A slightly more compact variety of hibiscus as well. So, about 70 centimetres, so I think anywhere between sort of 2 and 3 feet is what you're expecting to get from this. And give it the spread as well, because yes, it sort of grows upright, but you want to give it room for these stems at the side to grow and give you the most beautiful display. Pick a sunny spot. It definitely wants to be in a good amount of sunshine. Don't put it in, I mean, ideally full sun. By full sun, we mean 6 hours of direct sunshine minimum in a daytime. So I wouldn't try and put it in anything less than that. Pollinators are going to love that. they're going to be attracted to that so much. Like the bees.
I'm drawn to it. Of course, a bee's going to go for it.
The bees just make a beeline for it. Absolutely, they will be landing in here. I actually really like the sheen and the shine that you get on the petals as well. It's got a wonderful shine to it, and that's not just because it's under lights here. It does have a wonderful shine to it.
Only 5 petals making that huge bloom on there. Looks so tropical. Looks like it's Hawaiian or something. Feels like it should be on an advert for a skin cream or some exotic shampoo.
I want to tuck it behind my ear.
Please don't take that flower off the plant,
I really want to take that flower off and tuck it behind my ear.
You've got your full name, so you know you're in trouble if you do that. Please go for this one today. If you're looking to get a hibiscus into your garden, this is an absolutely spectacular example of the Lunar Rose. Only £18.69 with your offer code, and if you're a club member. We've got so much more to show you here on YouGarden TV here on Sunday. We're live till 12 o'clock. You're here with myself, Stuart. If we've not met before, hello. Sometimes I'm behind the cameras and operating pushing buttons, but I come out here when emergency measures are called for. We've got Bex Edwards, the veritable plantopedia I've been calling her. She knows about so many things we've been selling you here at YouGarden. For the last 2 years, YouGarden TV has been running for 2 years.
It has as well. Like, it launched like this time last week, 2 years ago.
Yep.
So that also means a lot of you, your club memberships are going to be renewing. I know Neil said earlier his renewed just the other day. So a lot of you who have been with us for the full 2 years, who joined the club at roughly this time last year, your club membership is going to be renewing if it's one that you kept going. Just double check, please, that you've got your payment details and everything up to date. Don't let it lapse.
Oh, no.
Make sure you've got your payment details up to date in there, and then it will automatically renew.
Yes.
And as Stu said, it does mean that your vouchers are going to renew as well. You'll get those new vouchers being sent
Remember,
through.
the price you join is the price you will always pay. That's what we've promised.
Yes, it is indeed.
Bex, have we got any lovely pictures today?
We've got some lovely pictures, absolutely. Ali G was first in, as always.
Does she get up so early? Every
What
Sunday.
time was she up this morning?
Before we start the show, she's already sent us something. And I think that's so she can sit down and watch and enjoy without having to distract herself by sending something. But it always makes sure that we do see her pictures, and we love seeing into your gardens. We're so nosy.
All right, a few photos taken yesterday of things looking good in our garden. Lobelia Queen Victoria, Peony Bartzella, that had been put behind the garage, and then I saw a big bud on it. I know, very weird but wonderful.
A peony?
Yeah.
This time. Okay, great.
I know.
I can't wait to see it.
Then a very beautiful rose, the Rob Burrow, with a bee getting in the photo. So let's have a little look. So there we go. Lobelia Queen Victoria, giving you all of its beauty. The nice dark foliage and those wonderful bright red stems up at the top there.
Lovely to see those flowers.
I love it. And then the next one was the Peony Bartzella. Yes, so that's got those lovely yellow petals.
Oh, wow.
And that slightly orange centre. Really pretty, isn't it?
So lush, loving that.
Yeah, lovely layers of petals. And then finally it was the Rob Burrow, wasn't it? Yeah, I do love the Rob Burrow. That's like the edges of pink and then those peachy tones as well. And that's a big fat bee you've got on there. Isn't it?
Bumbling along, nice to see.
Having a lovely time. Very nice. Thank you, Ali.
Thank you, Alison, for sharing.
Dingo. Hello to you, Dingo. He
Morning,
says,
Dingo.
Morning, Bex and Stu. Just a few pics. My first agapanthus showing, and just now, your first agapanthus. Wow. And tree ferns coming on a treat, and our new fur baby saved from being PTS 2 weeks ago.
Oh, dear. Put to sleep.
Put to sleep. Oh, well, I'm glad you've got the fur baby. Okay, all right. So there are all of his tree ferns coming along very nicely, all potted up there. Next to the turtle sanctuary, obviously.
Nice.
I want to see the fur baby. Where's the fur baby?
Stop.
Okay,
Are you skipping through the plant pictures as fast as possible
Lovely.
to see the pooch?
Well, normally I'm really excited about the plant photos, but now I want to see the fur baby.
Actually, it could be a cat, I haven't asked yet.
I can't... What?
It's a fur baby, we don't know if it's a dog or a cat.
Exactly, yeah. I don't mind either.
Cast your vote now.
All right, here it comes.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello, friend.
Look.
Oh, that's a garden helper.
Oh, what a beautiful face. Oh, Dingo, what's his name? Is it a boy or is it a girl? Oh, my word, he has got the best face. I'm almost crying. He's gorgeous.
Thank you for doing a nice thing, giving that wonderful animal a new home.
Oh, Dingo, let us know, will you please? Name and gender. Okay, so I still don't know what this flower is, Mauricia,
What?
and I'm going to go and find out what it is.
But
So
Bex, you know everything.
the unknown flower has at last opened its buds and
Yes.
smells divine. So she's been sending this, and we were like, we don't know what it is. We need to
I
wait
love the
until
way
it
I'm
opens
looking
up.
like I'm going to know.
Look at that. I mean, it's a tuberose.
Is it?
It's got to be a tuberose, my love.
Well, actually, the way that, yeah, sort of pink buds before it blooms.
I mean, it's not quite as full as the ones I've had, but honestly, that is exactly what the stem of my tuberose looks like.
Well, there's lots of different varieties of tuberose.
That's exactly what my tuberose looks
Does
like.
it smell exquisite, Marisha? Because that'll be one real easy way of identifying it.
And Marissa, if you go outside, so smell it during the daytime, and then if you go outside at night time and it smells like 100 times stronger, and it's the perfect time right now. Tuberose would be coming up right now.
Yours looking good? Are they smelling amazing?
Mine haven't. I've had 5 flowers this year. I had them starting to come up from June, which is early, and I've had 5 flowers. I haven't had any others come up.
Oh, okay.
But I did have 5.
Yes.
It looks like a tuberose to me, Marissa. I think it's a tuberose. Anyone else in the chat, what do you think? Let us know what you think, but I think that that is a tuberose.
I think you've positively identified that one, Bex.
I think so. Okay.
Well done. Well, we're here to help you solve your mysteries, and we're here to help you solve any issues you've got in your garden by finding you the right plants, finding you the right helping hands, the right essentials, and here's some of the things you might need this season. This is the Golden Lantern's pheasant berry, the Lycisteria, that colour-changing plant. It evolves throughout the seasons with colour-changing leaves. It does drop them in the winter, but all the more glory when it comes back every spring with this show of flowers and leaf for you. It's an incredible plant with an amazing saving today, down to £12.74. You've got that £10 saving, but even better if you're a club member, everyone gets free shipping when you use the code YGTV 3525. If you're looking for your pansy cool wave, your winter bedding, but these flower for 10 months of the year, this is the pre-filled hanging basket. So it's a rattan hanging basket. You're getting a pair of those, genuine organic rattan, and those pansy cool wave in there. This is the world's first trailing pansy that is winter hardy, and this is the colour mix with all those bright colours in there. We call it the cool wave mix. They're going to go down to -20. They're perennial as well. It's not just a one season deal. They're going to keep coming back for you. Keep them in those hanging baskets with the chains. Now that's the cool wave mix, 2 of those for $33.98. If you're looking for the berries and cream mix, we also have those available. This is Bex's favourite one. She likes to feel really classy, really elegant, and you're getting the same deal. 2 14-inch pre-planted rattan hanging baskets for only $33.98. Remember, that's a delivered price. Please don't leave your brackets empty through the winter. You have to keep those hanging baskets up there. And if you're looking for the frost version, these are a slightly smaller hanging basket. They're a plastic hanging basket. They still come with the hangers for you to use. £15 saving on these. You're getting 2 of the frost. This is a new colourway to us this year. Haven't been available before at YouGarden, but the same deal. It's a pre-planted hanging basket with the pansy cool wave, and those are the flowers that are going to last for at least 10 months of the year. That is an incredible saving, incredible value, and incredible plant here. This is the Tiny Tails. I know a lot of you have gone for this week. It's down to £18.69 on a discount club saving price with the free shipping. This is the one with those nice dancing tails. They look so interesting. You know, not as stiff, not as upright as a pampas grass. This could look good if you've got the tiny pampas next to that, but it's not just about the feathery plumes. We've got that interesting grass-like structure underneath it as well, in the bright lime green and down to the really deep burgundy, almost black tones. Loads of interest on this plant. We spotted it out in the nursery and thought we had to show it to you. Please go for that one if you want something different and interesting. It can go in a pot or can grow in your borders. We're getting ready for winter with our garden-ready plants. I hate saying winter, but it will happen. It happens every year. There's no stopping it. These are the sweet William vesuvio. So these can be planted right now because they are garden-ready. You're getting a pack of 20 of those, so you're going to get lots of coverage. But these are also perennials. These aren't a one-season deal. 64 pence a plant that works out at for club members who are only paying £12.73 to get these home today. If you like your sweet Williams, if you like your pink style plants, these are available to you right now in that lovely colour mix with the fringed edges as well. If you're looking for your alliums, we have the Allium Purple Sensation. This has been the most popular allium here in the season so far. Plant these now to bloom in spring with those huge purple explosions of colour, loads of flowers on there, hundreds of tiny little flowers out from those tall green stems. Only £10.19. We're going to send you 25 large bulbs. These are the Purple Sensation, a perennial favourite here at YouGarden. Pop those in your basket, 600122. We also have some grow your owns available today. This is our top pick, the pink lemonade blueberry. So if you've already grown blueberries, or if you want to add this to your garden as your first grow your own, you just need a bit of ericaceous compost, that's the acidic soil, and you can grow these in pots, in containers. Give it space, it will get quite big. It's £11.04 though for an established plant in a 2-litre pot. Get that one today, 310028. And if you're looking for the other favourite we've got this week, this is the Geum Firestarter, a pack of 3 of these Geums, established plants, really good root structures, ready to go out into your garden, and they're only £18.67 for the pack of 3. Now, whatever you're planting, unless it's the blueberries, you're going to need some of our compost, and here it is, it's the favourite. And again, the saving on this is ridiculous. It's cheaper than it was last year if you're a club member.
Yeah. And it is time to get stocked up on your compost, by the way, because you're going to have so many planting jobs to do very, very soon. So yes, do make sure that you don't run out of the best compost. Yes, you're all compost snobs, and we're proud to say that, aren't we? Because we have learned that the best thing that you can do is plant your plants and your bulbs into the best quality compost, and that's what we're bringing you. It's the compost we use here at the nursery. It is a peat reduced compost. We reduced it down many, many years ago, but we still use a little bit because we know that we get the best results for our plants. You've got packed with composted wood fibre. It's the best texture. It's open, it's light, it's airy. It allows roots to grow and form those wonderful strong root structures. A strong rooted plant is going to give you the best displays. It's got a wetting agent as well, which helps the water stick to the compost, which hopefully means less watering. It's got a slow release fertiliser in here. The little balls you'll see, they're tan, they're orange, they're green. It releases that fertiliser, feeding your plants for up to 6 months. It's pH balanced as well, so it's just near the middle of the pH scale there, which means it's the perfect place for the majority of plants. The only thing we've got in the potting shed today that wouldn't be happy in here would be the pink blueberry. Everything else is going to live the best life in this, and it's wonderful for repotting houseplants. I had a failing houseplant the other day that shouldn't drop its leaves, and it started to defoliate.
How
and I was
dare
like,
it.
oh my word, okay, I've completely neglected this
You got
one.
a stern talking to.
I gave it a stern talking to. All I've done actually is repotted it, and it was well overdue. Repotted it 2 days ago. I can see green shoots emerging where there weren't any previously.
It makes
literally
such a
within 2
difference.
days, it's made the difference to that plant.
If you do nothing else when you become a gardener other than to use our compost, if that's the only change you make to your gardening, it makes such a difference to the results in your garden. Beck said for plants and for bulbs, but of course for grow your own, for house plants as well, whatever you're planting, you just need one multi-purpose compost, and this is it. You don't need a different one for roses, a different one for veg, a different one for all your different plant types and your bulbs. I can see people selling compost now that's just specifically for bulbs. What if you were going to put, you know, some nice garden ready or some garden bedding
on top of it,
or an evergreen into the top of that container? Oh no, what do I have to do? I have to fill half of it with my bulb compost and then my multi-purpose compost on top. It's rubbish. It's just marketing. Ignore it. We don't even write any marketing on our bags because that'd be a waste of money printing up the bags. We just give you a great product at a great price. Club members are getting this home for £21.23 for 100 litres. If you don't believe us, ask the guys in the chat or go and read the reviews. We've got our bag here of bark mulch today.
Yep.
Now, we've started mulching, or we just want to decorate the tops of our pots or maybe our borders. This is incredible value. You're getting this home for less than £17, Bex.
Yeah, I mean, so I use mulch a lot in my garden. I use it in the borders. I use it to decorate the tops of the pots because I think it just looks pretty. So from an aesthetic point of view, it's amazing, but it has loads and loads of other benefits. First of all, mulching in winter is a great way to give your plants that duvet, the layer of protection that it needs, particularly if it's a half-hardy or a tender plant. It's going to help to make it survive through the winter. It's also brilliant at suppressing weeds. I know that's more of a summer, spring and summer issue than it is a winter one, but still an amazing thing to fix. Plus, it can help to keep the moisture in the pots and in the ground as well. So it has year-round benefits. If it's just because it makes things look pretty, then yes, it's perfect for that as well. It's delivered direct to your door as well, which I love here because, I mean, 70-litre bag. It's big, it's heavy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about getting it on the trolley and
Lugging
wheeling
it in
and
and
getting
out
it in the
the car.
car and then getting it in the house. Somebody's going to bring it and deliver it direct to your door. And you're going to get that free as well, as long as you use that code.
Well, I'll tell you someone who made good use of this down at the Fox Pub at South Rutland, if you ever want to visit. Sean did. Let's see how he used the bark mulch in his raised planters.
Hello, well this is our YouGarden ornamental spruce bark mulch. It looks gorgeous actually, it's a really, really nice quality, but there are so many uses for this. It's great as a weed suppressant, so if you've got areas in your garden, beds and borders that get lots of weeds, a nice thick layer of this will just suppress those weeds. Also great as a top dressing around pots and containers. That's what I'm going to use it for here. If you've got children's play areas, it makes a nice soft cushion around those play areas. Or maybe areas in your garden that you need to walk over. Having this there just makes it a lot safer and a lot easier. So I'm going to use it here. The reason being, I've got the euonymus here. And to be honest, whenever I've tried to plant things around them, they've never done that well. This is just full of roots. It really, really is. So what I'm going to do, because I think it looks, I just don't think it looks very nice. It looks a little bit ugly. I'm just going to do a nice thick layer of this and just see. Oh, see, yeah, this is going to really work. I'll tell you what, because it's autumn as well, I think that's going to look fun. Also, it is a great duvet. If you've got something that's a little bit tender, something like the anigalis that I had growing here in the summer, it's a tender perennial. So if it needs that extra protection from cold weather, then this would be absolutely superb. That looks so good, doesn't it? Really nice. Do you know what I'm amazed about? So I haven't done as thick a layer as you normally would for some other jobs, but it's amazing how far this has actually gone. And some of our regular YouGarden customers have bought several bags of this. It can really just make the whole garden look so much more neater and tidier. So I've just stood back and had a look at this from a distance. And what really struck me as well is that all the green foliage now really stands out. You've got the contrast of the green with the bark mulch, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with that. I really should have done this many, many years ago.
So if you've got a planter that needs tidying up, or you need to fill out all the gaps in your beds and borders because you just don't want to see the dirt, the ornamental spruce bark is the way to go. It's also a great mulch for protecting that top layer of soil, keeping your plants warm and making sure your compost doesn't dry out. Only $16.99 today. You're going to get a 70-litre bag delivered price from YouGarden TV. We've got some lovely pots and planters to tell you about today, including one of Rebecca's personal favourites. I keep using your full name, you're not in trouble. Rebecca's personal favourites, the tower planter, and this is a twin pack. You're going to get 2 of these delivered. That works out under £15 each for club members.
Yeah, an amazing price, honestly. And once you've got one and you understand, you know, why they're amazing, you'll definitely want another one. So this is why we love having the twin pack available for you. I do now have 6 of these. Let's give you an idea of what you can grow in there. I have currently got a wisteria growing in there, the Trachelospermum star jasmine. I've got 2 of them with the thunbergia growing in there.
Oh, Black Susans,
they
yeah.
look so pretty, honestly. Cool. I've got another one which has got the gloriosa flame lily in it as well, and I've got 1 spare, which I don't know, I'll find something to plant in it. Actually, what I'm going to do with them very soon is I'm going to create lighting structures out of them. So very the thunbergia, cool. Once they've gone over, I'm going to put stones in there, and then I'm going to put lights up and around it. So it's going to create a lovely lighting display in the garden. Wonderful at festive times of the year. Now, they are wonderful for climbing plants. Majority of climbing plants. The only things I'm not putting in here are sort of well, only, I wouldn't put a grapevine in, they're too vigorous. I wouldn't put climbing rose in here, they're too vigorous. But, you know, sweet peas previously I've put in here. We've had ideas about, you know, cucumber plants and things like that growing in here too. So for those, our boulevard patio clematis.
Oh, perfect size.
A couple of those in there would look amazing. And you get a 360-degree display from it. So no matter where you put it in the garden, if you're on this side of the garden, you get a lovely display. If you're on that side of the garden, you get a lovely display. If you're on that side of the garden, you still get a lovely display from it. It comes to you in 4 separate parts. You've got the pot and you've got the 3 trellis bits here. So don't build it all up first, because you've got to get your plant in. Yeah, I did it. I did do it, and then I was
You
like,
got excited. It's pretty good. And how am I going to get the plant in?
I mean, you probably could, because actually one of the other benefits is that the gaps here...
You can sort of pass it down to yourself, couldn't you? Yeah.
The gaps aren't big enough to be able to get your hands in, and that's brilliant for when you're maintaining the plant. If you're helping it to climb its way around, or you need to get in there to trim or prune anything, you can do that. It can be dismantled as well. Do it carefully and do it once it's sort of... Don't do it when it's really cold and brittle, because you can break the clips, but when it's warm, look, you can actually just dismantle it and clip it back together again. It is made from plastic, which makes it lightweight. You can move it around the garden, even when it's got a plant and compost in there, it's still relatively lighter weight, which means you can pick it up and move it around the garden very easily. But it is UV stable, it's frost resistant, so designed to be outside all year round. I've had mine for 3 or 4 years now. They look amazing. Perfect solution there for your climbing plants. Remember, this is for a twin pack. You're getting 2 of everything you see here. The pot and the climbing frames is going to you twice. £29.73 for club members. Delivered price when you use our offer code YGTV3525. We're going to move on and tell you about these. Our favourites, the heavy duty pots. This is a pack of 4 for £17, less than £17 for club members. That's crazy value. It's time to start tidying up the gardens. Yep. And we're all using these. These are so useful for your deadheadings, for your cuttings. You can keep your compost in here, decant that in there and plant things out. I've got some conifers growing, some of the cypress conifers. Yeah, me too. Growing in here. No, I've got I just want them growing on. So pop them in here with some of our compost, and they're grown on so much already. But these are so useful. You can even sink them into the ground if you're trying to contain something you're growing. Yes. And grow in these, and then you're going to be able to just yank it out the ground again with these super heavy duty hard handles. It's got great drainage as well. Bex, these are so useful. We love them. I do. I love them so much. I've got so many things growing in here, and it's their permanent home. I've used them a lot this year for temporary planting, ready for when I'm moving house. So I'm growing those plants on. Then when I get into the new house, I can plant on really well-established plants. I'm not waiting too long for things to get established. A temporary home for plants, as Sean's got here. He's still got no idea what he's going to do with that euonymus. I think it's still there behind the greenhouse. But it can continue to live in there. This is good, and I do this as well. Decant the compost out of the bag. It's just a bit easier. It's less of a faff. For moving things around, Adam always tells us how when he's on jobs, you know, and they have to move loads of gravel and stuff, he said sometimes it's just easier to do it in those great big pots. Deadheading, trimming, cutting, collect all of those deadheads and trimmings in there for it to then go onto the compost heap or into your green bin. Simon, is he back in the chat yet? He isn't. I know he was going on holiday. He uses one of them for a laundry basket. I've got 2 in the utility room for the recycling to go in there. You can stack and store things like your bamboo canes, maybe your car cleaning equipment, the dog toys, the kids' toys. They're just easy, useful, sturdy and tough, and this is why we love them. Plus, of course, they've got all those amazing drainage holes, so if you are growing things in here, the plants aren't going to sit wet, and that is really important. Hard as nails. If you need some of these, they're available today. 4-pack. And it's only $16.99 for heavy duty pots. 30 litre capacity, we love them, super versatile. Again, it's one of those, if you don't believe us, read the reviews. We've still got some bargain prices on Cordylines here. These are the ones we should have potted on into like 5 litre pots and made them available to people next year. We should have put them away for the winter, grown them on, bought them back to you at a higher price. We've gone completely the other way. We've absolutely destroyed the price down to £11.04 for an established Cordyline here, so that we don't have to do that. Yeah. You guys get a saving, and we don't have to do any work. It's great. Yeah, and we love Cordylines in the garden. For architecture and structure, they are fantastic. Plus, low maintenance. I mean, that picture should show you exactly what I'm talking about. That is the architecture and structure. Look how it is contrasting perfectly against the colour and the shape of the foliage behind it. It's the burgundy colour. It's those kind of... I mean, when you get right into the stems, you've got black stripes, and you've got really vibrant sort of pinky tone stripes, but the overall effect gives you this burgundy tone. It grows in a wonderful sort of symmetrical shape, the new growth coming from the centre and the old growth fading around the outside, and that's where the trunk forms. It can grow to 2.5–3 metres in height, and you get this bit up at the top and then a plain stem underneath, which means you can underplant around it. It means that you're going to add loads more beauty into your garden. Splodge, I know you got these, you got 2 of each actually, the Charlie Boy and the Torbay Dazzle. Dazzler that we're going to show you in containers in the front garden, and it looks absolutely stunning. I could see these lined up along a fence as well, you know, in like a raised border or even a low border.
Of course, yeah.
Just looking beautiful against the fence, and then all of the plants growing underneath it.
And steadily that all just reaches up and stays above everything else you're planting around
Indeed.
it. That's the Charlie Boy. It's the red one with the pink tones, only £11.04 today. We also have the Torbay Dazzler available for you. Different item number on this one, but it's still an amazing price. We've been bringing these to you for a few weeks now, and this is the last of the stock. They're going to be gone soon. This one's same style with the margin on the plant leaves here. You've got brown tones in here working all the way through to the creams on the end. So it's not even really a green plant. It's still going to contrast against a lot of the greens and the sort of fern colours in your garden.
Yeah, lovely with those kind of creamy yellow variegation. Actually, when you get right into the centre, there's a wonderful sort of salmon pink stripe that runs through it as well. It does exactly the same as the Charlie Boy, as in it grows a stem. It grows into a tree shape. So the lower leaves will fade. You'll remove those, often simply by pulling them away like this, and then that's where the trunk forms at the base and forms into that tree shape, about somewhere between 2.5 and 3 metres in height. Pretty tough, pretty resilient, pretty hardy plants, but definitely gorgeous for all the structure that they provide.
If you want that one today, it's the Torbay Dazzler, the best price we've done this year, £11.04 for you guys who are in the club. If you haven't joined the club yet, we're going to tell you how to do that in a little while's time. But we're going to come back to our favourites table. These are the favourites of the week already. It's only Sunday, and all of these items will be available till at least Wednesday for you, with those savings when you use our code. This is the Tiny Tails, because it's got these cute little sort of squirrel tail look here, and it's a grassy style plant, Bex. But this seems like a really versatile and really different thing to bring into my garden.
I think it's stunning, honestly. So stunning, I placed my order the other day. It arrived, actually. Took it out the box yesterday. I'm so excited for it. It can be container grown. It can go into borders. It's a wonderful low-maintenance grass for you that provides you with such interest. The tails that come through, they're a wonderful sort of sandy colour right now, but I can start seeing those pinky tones coming, and this is what you're going to get from this one that you can see here. It's low maintenance. It's got lovely, vibrant, dark, fluffy dark foliage on there as well, and the shock of green that you can see coming through it too. I actually really enjoy that. Doesn't get huge, so it's only, I think it's almost, you know, fully established. It gets to about 50 centimetres in height, and it wants about 30 centimetres spread. Comes in that 19 centimetre pot already, so it's already beautifully established. We're going to call it a half hardy plant, so it can cope with some minus. It can probably cope with -5, maybe even -10. For short periods of time. Prolonged periods, you're going to need to give it a little bit of winter protection, but most areas of the country, you're going to be absolutely fine. Nice in free draining soil or pots and containers, which is where I'm going to put mine.
Excellent saving on this one as well, saving £8 down to £21.99. It's brand new on the nursery, but we're still giving you savings. If you want to get this in your garden, you can have one like Bex has and be just as excited. £18.69 for a club member with that 15% saving that club members get on all of our wonderful plants. Right, the Sweet Williams, which aren't here, they are here. They're on the nursery right now. Garden ready plants, so these are the bigger than big plug plants, ready to go in the garden. They can go out right now. You're getting a pack of 20. That is a ridiculous price, working out about 60p each, £12.73 if you're a club member. Bex, these don't look like they get too tall, but that's a good thing, right? I can put them right at the front of my borders.
Well, they will get a little bit of height to them. They can get to maybe about 60 centimetres in height, but they're not dense and thick, so it's not like they're going to really, like, you know, obscure everything else in the garden. So yeah, front to mid of border, I would suggest. Pots and containers, obviously, as well. These could go into a sunny spot for sure is where they want to go. Fragrant though, this is the thing about Sweet Williams. You know, you'll see them in the supermarket. You must have bought little bunches of Sweet Williams in the past, and they smell so good, don't they? I actually really like the fuzzy foliage that you get with it too. Obviously, it's more about the flowers than anything else. Long-lasting colour you get from it, and we're talking about, you know, sort of autumn going into winter colour. So normally blooming for you from, you know, in autumn, you'll get flowers on there, September, October time normally, and then it'll rebloom for you in late winter, early spring, normally about March time. So this is where we're talking about that long-lasting colour that you get. Really impactful, nice sturdy stems, great to use as cut flowers as well to bring indoors, and a perennial plant.
Add them into your planting scheme, but they're going to keep coming back for you, Bex, as they're perennial. You're getting a pack of 20 of those. They're the garden-ready size, so they're bigger than a plug plant. Ready to go out now. 64p a plug is all you're paying if you're a club member. We're going to tell you how to join in a little while. Go for the sweet William Vesuvio today for only £12.73. But if we're talking about planting, it's not just about planting for winter. We're getting ready for spring as well with our alliums. This is the purple sensation, a pack of 25 of these size 10 to 12 bulbs, which means they're pretty enormous. Look at those.
Yeah. Big bulbs, big flowers. This is what I love about alliums. I mean, the first year I planted alliums, God, it was, how long ago was it? 4 years ago? And I was blown away with allium purple sensation. It was just so pretty. Nice tall stems you get from these. They can reach about 1 metre in height. They are perennial. They'll come back for you next year if you treat them right. And you get those balls of blooms that are covered in about, I mean, I don't know, I'm going to say hundreds of flowers on each ball, because the bees hop from each flower to the next, which is an enjoyable sight, seriously. I've got so many videos of bees on my phone with these. Cut flowers, amazing. Great range of garden styles these can go into. If you're looking for the contemporary edge, you've got to have purple sensation. But they mix beautifully with cottage-style garden planting as well. So I love that it's really versatile. So I said pollinators love them, didn't I already? Faded flower heads look incredible on these as well. So once the flowers have gone over, please don't be in a hurry to chop them away. Leave them on, because honestly, they look stunning. And who was it that was telling us? Was it Sean or was it Adam? Somebody was telling us about somebody they'd seen who started spray painting the faded flower heads. They spray painted them purple, so they look like the flower heads again.
It started as a trend in the US and then became popular in Australia, with people spraying plants.
I love it.
That have gone over.
It's a good idea. Why
you
not?
can do them in any colours you want. You can spray them gold if you like.
Yeah.
Have any colour you like. But yeah, you can look like the plants had another life when the seed heads are on there and they've gone dry. You can give them a new lease of life with a bit of colour. Please use organic paints wherever you can. Don't go out there with enamel spray paints. But have some fun with that, or maybe if it's something you're going to try and bring indoors for an arrangement. The Allium Purple Sensation, they're 25 bulbs. That's a great size pack there. Loads of colour, loads of filler for your garden. £10.19 with that club discount. Saving is all you're going to pay. Free shipping when you use the code YGTV3525. I hope you're all doing that today. We're going to show you a bit of grow your own now. This is the Blinkberry or Plinkberry. It's a blue... It's a blueberry, Bex.
It's a blueberry?
It's blueberry, but it's not blue.
It's pink.
It's a pink blueberry.
Yeah.
The pink lemonade, and we call it that because the taste is very sweet.
It is indeed, yeah. So you get a nice sweet flavour from the blueberries, which are pink. You're going to treat it exactly the same as you will any other blueberry plant in your garden. If you've never grown them before, don't panic. You can. It's very, very simple. Plant it somewhere sunny. Make sure it's in ericaceous compost. If you don't have acid soil in your garden, get yourself a bag of our ericaceous compost. Get yourself a heavy-duty pot. A 30 litre would be absolutely fine, and you're good to go. They're winter-hardy plants. You don't need to do anything to them. Just leave them out over winter. You'll be amazed at how many pink blueberries you'll be picking from this. It's a really nicely established plant already, so you will be picking some blueberries next year. Obviously, it'll get better with time, and you will be picking them from about mine were cropping from about the end of July. So
wow.
I mean, maybe August, certainly August, September. I was out there picking blueberries last night, in actual fact. So it's a wonderful grow your own that's very simple, very easy, and I think it'd be really interesting with kids as well, because they might be quite tempted to eat those as they're pink blueberries. Do you know what I mean?
And yeah, why
they're
not?
Attractive.
Encourage them to. Encourage your family to understand where food comes from and how to grow it. All you need with this one is a bit of ericaceous compost, just like with all other blueberry plants, and then you can plant this in a pot in your garden and grow your own. Get those food meters, remember, not food miles. Really well established plants. If you get it in the ground now, it is winter hardy. It'll get through the winter, and you've got every chance of getting a great crop on there next year. Please go for that one. Only £11.04 today for you club members. Let's go show you the Geum firestarter, Bex.
Yeah.
Now, I love how people love this plant so much for the bright colours they get. And we always bring it into the shed and we go, oh, no, we'll feature that one later on. We'll go to it. You know, we have a few changes on the other table over there. The favourites table stays throughout the show. And we'll bring it in second, third change. And then everyone goes crazy for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this. So we've made sure it's been given its rightful place on the favourites table today. Pack of 3 for only £18.67, the Geum firestarter.
I think the thing is with Geums, people are much more used to maybe more pastel tones with Geums rather than these wonderful bright colours. Like I've got some gorgeous peachy coloured Geums, which are gorgeous, But this bright sort of orangey red colour that you get from it is incredible. Little pom-pom flowers you get up at the top there, really petalicious as well. These are double flowers, so there's lots of layers of petals there. Pollinators adore them. They're winter hardy. They are wildlife friendly, as I say. They are going to give you the best little sort of mounded display, very neat and tidy. It gets to about 50 centimetre spread, and the flowers will raise up to about 60 or 70 centimetres above the top there. You can divide the clumps in later years as well, so you can spread them around your garden, maintaining the vigour of the plant. And I think the only real maintenance, I mean, definitely feed and water, obviously, but as far as other maintenance is concerned, it's simply just a bit of deadheading. If you keep that happening, then what you'll get is these waves of flowers that keep coming for you. Normally from about April or May, they'll start flowering, and they'll keep going right the way through to September, October. So this could be something that's flowering in your garden right now.
Brilliant. So if you want to go for those today, please do. And remember, if you want to see everything we've got on the show, you can go to our website, YouGarden.com. Look out for the YGTV page, and you can find all of the items on the show, everything we're showing you. We don't even have time to show you everything that's available on our free shipping offer this week. So have a scroll through there and see what you want. We've got that hibiscus available today, the lunar rose with this beautiful bright cerise flower. If you're looking for this one, it's only £18.69. Comes to you really well established. So many of these are in flower now. So many of these have got buds on them as well. So they're going to be going for you through August, through September, and you're going to be getting these flowers for years and years to come. The lunar rose hibiscus, only £18.69 if you're looking for that one today. We also have our alliums. We showed you the purple sensation a moment ago, but this is a mixed pack. 100 different alliums, that's under 13p a bulb. And they all come to you individually packaged, so you know each of the 7 varieties, how many you're getting, and you can plant those in schemes. Bex was suggesting earlier you put them in 5s or 6s, but then have 2 or 3 different varieties together. So you have a cluster of sort of 15 to 20 flowers together of different types of alliums. That can look great in your spring gardens. Super value there with the collection. 100 bulbs, £12.74 for you club members. And remember, everybody gets free shipping here on YouGarden TV when you use the offer code this week. This is the Blackberry, the Black Cascade, so another grow your own variety here, suitable for hanging baskets and suitable for young fingers and all gardeners as well, because these are thornless. Breeding breakthrough with these, but you still get big, juicy blackberries. This time of year, you should just have these cropping right now. You can plant them in your garden, plant them up high, because they are going to trail for you. A pack of 3 for £11.02, less than £4 a plant delivered. Now, it's a great time of year for these as well. Spruce bark mulch. You're going to look after your gardens, keep that moisture in, keep those nutrients in, and you're going to keep the warmth in as well. Protect the plants that need it, but also this is really good as a decorative item for your garden. You can spread it out on the planters, just like Sean's doing there, or put it in the tops of your pots to protect your plants, but it also just makes them look really nice, really decorative, really well finished. It's a nice finishing touch to your garden, and that's a fantastic price, only £16.99 for you club members for a 70-litre bag. Don't go down the garden centre and have to lift up all those heavy bags and put them down again, dragging them in and out of the car. Accidentally spend £15 on a piece of cake and a coffee when you're at the garden centre. Get this delivered to your door. As many bags as you like. There's no purchase limit. Only £16.99 each for you club members. Now we've got the Exocorda. This is coming up later in the show. The Exocorda racemosa Niagara. I used to say that as Niagara. I had it wrong for years. Now this is down to a ridiculous price, £12.74. You're going to see this later on in the show. This is a perennial as well for you, so it's going to come back year after year. Please hang on and see that. That's going to be coming up later in the show for you in about 20 minutes' time. And what we need to do now is tell you about everything you need to know here on YouGarden TV. We are YouGarden TV. We are live here twice a week with you on a Thursday morning and a Sunday morning every week, all year round. Our offer code that you see on screen there, we always have one every week. And right now that gets you free shipping on everything you can see in our live. If you want to go to the website, browse the show, you can see all the things that you can get home with that free shipping, with that offer code, and those amazing savings. Shopping with us here on YouGarden TV, you can watch on YouTube, you can watch on Facebook, you can watch on our website, is the best way to get value from YouGarden. It is. It's the most affordable way to shop with YouGarden, watching on YouGarden TV. The way to make that even better is by becoming a club member. We have a discount club. You get 15% off all your plants even your compost, even your pots. But there's so much more to the club. Here's Sean and Bex. They're going to tell you all about it.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So the best way to save money on your gardening is by watching us here on YouGarden TV. You can watch us live or catch up anytime. And as you saw there, by being a Discount Club member, £10 a year, unbeatable value, 15% discount on all your plants, including our Rose of the Week. Bex, who's talking to us?
Well, James has joined the chat. I don't recognise your name. Apologies if you have messaged before, but James says, late to the party, I have joined and ordered 4 plants, hydrangeas. So thank you so much, James, for coming in, for joining the club, for jumping into the chat as well. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you very much.
More for me, because I said we don't need to show the hydrangeas today because everyone stopped planting hydrangeas now. I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I was wrong. Which ones did you go for?
It's a great time to plant hydrangeas.
Well, we've got the magical series in there, and we got the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
We showed both of those on the show from Thursday, so if you want to see those, go into our show page. You can watch those back on our website or on Facebook or YouTube anytime.
And Splodge, yes, we're asking the question about the blackberries. We did cover it earlier, but just so you know, Stu's messaged. We haven't had a response yet, but we will keep on top of it.
We'll be following that up tomorrow. And we've also broadcasting live on Facebook, got some questions there as well. Ian needs to know. So he's going for the Pantycool Wave.
Yeah.
From planting up a 14-inch basket, the ones we have here are 14-inch baskets. How many plants would I put in? I think those have 7 or 8 in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an overplanter, so I would definitely go for, 8 or 10 going in there just to get that most wonderful, massive, thick, full display. So I would say 8 would be a really good shout for that.
Okay.
You could do a couple more if you wanted.
If you're doing 2 baskets, get 2 of the 10 pack of the
Exactly,
Cool Wave.
and you'll be covered.
And then you'll have a few more for your pots and filler as well.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully that helps you out, Ian. Thank you for watching with us. Don't forget to give us a follow on Facebook. And if you want to watch us on your big TV, because I know on Facebook you will end up watching on your phone, laptop, iPad, whatever you're watching us on. If you want to watch us on your big TV, if you've got a smart television, find us on YouTube and you can just watch us on there in HD, and then you've still got your phone or your iPad free to order. Dual screening. Love technology. We love technology.
Stu loves technology.
When it works. Right. Every week here on YouGarden, we bring you a Rose of the Week from our fantastic growing partners, Harkness Roses, and this one is an exceptional example from them. 4-litre pot, established plant. This is a climbing rose that is award-winning.
It is multi-award winning. So world's favourite 1997. There are very few climbers that have won that, by the way. And New Dawn is one of the ones that have, and it got the RHS Award of Garden Merit as well. So proven performer, you know it's absolutely garden worthy. These are real customer results, by the way. Michael and Lisa, they live down the road in Spalding. They sent us this picture. They sent it ages ago as well, didn't they? And this is genuinely their garden with that New Dawn climbing rose. Look at how pretty and beautiful that is. Just delightful. You would be so happy with that display in your garden, wouldn't you? And just an easy way to create it. Get yourself 2 of these, put one either side of the archway, and you're off.
If you were ever going to buy 2, this is the week to do it. Well, it is the rose of the week. Normally, I mean, it's $29.99. Often on our website, we discount it to $24.99. Brilliant. So club members will be getting that for just over £20. Right now, a club member is getting this for £14.44. But wait, if you're buying it on the website regularly, you'd be paying postage. If you buy it on YouGarden TV, you don't pay postage because we're going to send it to you for nothing when you use that code, YGTV3525. You're going to get 2 of these for less than the RRP. If you were ever going to do that display, please make it this week.
Yes, definitely. If you're just climbing up a trellis on a wall or a fence or something or other, you only need 1. It's only if you're going up and over an archway or a pergola or something, you need to get the 2. And while it's on the... Look at those buds as well. Can you see how lovely and deep pink the buds are? And then they open up into that delightful pink. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And it's got a really strong fragrance to it as well, which I like. I'm a big fan of sort of more heavily scented roses. And this one definitely has a slightly more heavy scent to it than some others.
If you like a fragrant rose, if you like a climbing rose, if you like a pink rose, this is ticking all the boxes. The best value we've ever done on the New Dawn. This is available potted right now. If you want it in a couple of weeks' time, you might only have it as a bare root.
Yeah.
So if you want the established rose, please get it right now. 530-185, available on our website or on the phone lines. Make sure you use the offer code to get the saving. And if you're a discount club member, well done you. You're going to get this at £14.44 delivered. Right, we showed you some bulbs earlier. We're getting ready for our spring planting, which means you plant in autumn, flowers in spring, and you're going to get the mini daffodil mix. So, Bex, is there a difference between a narcissus or a daffodil, or is it just an interchangeable word?
It's an interchangeable word. All daffodils are narcissus, basically. So yeah, they're all narcissus, they're all daffodils. But these are the miniature daffodils.
I have 35 of these.
I know, and I do love a miniature daffodil. I'm very keen on the miniature daffodils. I think they're cute, they're dinky, but the most important thing is you've got different places you can plant them. You can plant a miniature daffodil in more places than you can plant a tall daffodil.
Okay.
So I would never plant a tall daffodil in the top of a hanging basket, for example.
Good point.
I'd be unlikely to plant it into a window box because, again, it's just going to get a little bit too tall.
Yeah, it outsizes. If it's like, twice the height of the depth of the trough, it starts to look a bit out of proportion.
It looks a bit weird.
Yeah.
So, and you can do that with your miniatures, of course. I love the fact that you're getting the mixture of, shapes and sizes and colours included in there. Yeah, and I can't guarantee which ones you're going to get, but you are going to get a mixture of them. And they actually work so well when planted together like that.
I was talking to Adam about this the other day, and he says a really good reason to plant a variety of daffodil, which is why we do these mix, is then they actually flower in succession at different times. If you plant all one variety, they're all going to go, wow, we're flowering, and then you got a week and a bit of flowers, and then they're gone again.
Yeah.
If you plant a variety of daffodil like this, they're going to flower. One's going to come out 1 week, and then some are going to start pushing through, and as those go back, there's going to be a third one coming out. So when you've got a mix like this, you get a longer flowering period. So it really does work to extend that flowering season, rather than all your daffodils coming out and going again. And with this miniature variety, these are the ones you always see little bunches of around Mother's Day, around that time of year. Why not plant these up in a pot? 35? Yeah, I reckon you could do all of these in a little 18, 20 litre pot, and then pass these on to a mother or a friend and have them enjoy the blooms, have them enjoy the flowers every year, rather than just buying them one bunch and then they were all gone. 35 bulbs is an amazing quantity for this. £10.19 is all you're paying as a club member, and that is fantastic value. So please get these home today. It's one of those things. Bulbs, you've always got room for more bulbs in your garden. There's always an empty pot, an empty plant, so there's a bit of room at the front of the border. Or I like the idea. Now, I don't know if this is legal. I want to go bulb bombing. where you just find
People do it.
an area where there's, oh, that's really boring, oh,
Yeah,
that's
people do
really
it.
dull. You're outside like your neighbour's fence or something and don't know, and just go shove a load of bulbs in the ground. And then later you're like, wow, there's all those flowers. Where did those come from?
I don't know.
I think we should do that. We should start that as a
Just
trend
start
until
bulb
we
bombing.
find out it's illegal.
Illegal,
We're
yeah.
probably interrupting with biodiversity in areas and we shouldn't be doing it. But it's like when people used to go yarn bombing, where they
Yeah.
just turn up in a village and just go, right, let's cover it in our creation so people can see it. Wouldn't bulb bombing be a really fun thing to do? Because you go in at one time of year and then nobody knows about it until 5 months later when all the plants start popping out.
That's
Where
it.
did these come from? And you're just spreading joy, happiness and pollination throughout the UK. I think it'd be a wonderful thing to do. If you do that, don't do it because I said so.
No.
Because I don't know if you're going to get in trouble. I'm going to do some research and we're going to come back on that.
Yes.
If nothing else, it'll make a fantastic hashtag. Right, we're going to move on to our not lucky dip. This is the perennial collection. These are the plug plants, and it's ridiculous value for a massive quantity. You're going to get 12 different plants here twice. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. You get 12
Yes.
different plugs, and you get 2 packs of the 12 plugs. So you're getting 24 plug plants here. They're all winter hardy. They're all perennial. Bex, this looks like crazy value. What am I going to do with these plugs and what are the varieties?
Okay, so you're getting some amazing varieties included in here. I can see this is a Verbena bonariensis. We've got an Aquilegia in here as well. I reckon that is a Rudbeckia included in there. We've got a Heuchera over here. There's probably a Geum in there somewhere as well. You don't have to guess, by the way. You don't have to know the
no, it's all
foliage
labelled.
types.
Don't take it
is
home and tip them all out
labelled.
straight away. Please keep them in the packet until you've identified them.
So in this packet, I can see Nepeta, Delphinium digitalis, Coreopsis, Hollyhock, Dianthus, Heuchera, a Poppy, an Alchemilla, an Aquilegia, a Verbena, and a Rudbeckia as well. So that's 12 different ones, but times that by 2, you'll get 2 of each of them. Now, what I would be doing with these is I would be potting these on. I would be growing them on in a 9-centimetre pot for the next few weeks, and then I would plant them out. You could grow them on in pots right the way through till springtime next year if you want to, and plant them out in spring. You don't need to. I think for a good, if you got them now and you grew them on for about 4 or 5 weeks and then planted them out, they're winter hardy. You could go and plant them in the ground straight away now if you want to. As we keep saying, it's a brilliant time of year to be planting things outside. I just would give them a little helping hand to start off with before planting them outside. It's amazing value for money to get 24 hardy perennial plants and some amazing varieties. You're getting height, you're getting structure, you're getting different flowering times. The Verbena bonariensis, it'll grow to Stu's height and taller quite happily, and it'll do that in 1 season. It's amazing how quick it grows. But then you've got the Heuchera, which is that lovely sort of darker foliage that's going to be perfect at the front of a border. They all flower at different times. Some are longer lasting, some are slightly shorter, but you still get that amazing fragrance. Plus you're going to be bringing pollinators into the garden as well.
It's all about variety and it's all about value. So you're getting 12 different plants in there. You're getting 24 in total, $16.99. Brilliant value, brilliant savings, amazing collection of plants. And what I always think when I see this one is I want to go and do the fates. I want to go and do the church sales when I've grown these on.
Yeah.
And make myself a bit more pocket money to spend on more plants next season.
Yeah, I mean, stick them in 9-centimetre pots. They're less than a pound, way less than £1 a plant.
Yep.
And once they've just grown on a little bit, you can be selling them quite happily for £5 or £6.
Now, if you're too impatient to do that, you don't want to put all the work in, or you're thinking, where am I going to put 24 plants while they're growing on? We've got a solution for you. Here's the Lucky Dip perennial selection. You're getting 12 9-centimetre plants here, so that's what you do with your plugs. You grow them on in the 9-centimetre pots. For those of you who want to skip to the good bit, here they are, already established. A Lucky Dip of our nurseryman selection here. Oh, I really hesitate to say nurseryman, it feels so sexist. Our nursery staffs, it's a job, isn't it, a nurseryman?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the things like a bin man.
Yeah,
or,
well,
or a postman that needs correcting.
It's I won't say it.
Our nursery staff have handpicked
It's
these.
sexism in full swing.
It is.
Moving on.
It is, it really is. We'll sort that out here at the nursery. I'll go see HR tomorrow. You're going to get 9-centimetre plants, 12 different plants. They will all be different, but they will all be winter hardy. They will all be perennial.
Yes.
And again, make sure you check out the names of the plants. They're all on the pots, so you know what you're getting when they arrive. It's a surprise now, but you know what they are when you get them. You don't have to guess what the plants are. And then you can see, where do I plant them? How big do they grow? How do I take care of this one? What's its preferred position? and then you can spread them throughout your garden and just fill it up. If you've got a new build, if you're helping somebody who's trying to update a garden or give it a refresh, if you're trying to help someone who's just got a new raised planter and it's just empty and you need to fill that space quickly, this is the perfect selection on this one, Bex. Have you ever gone for something like this, or do you think you might need it when you move home?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I've done the perennial plugs previously and helped fill my current garden with the perennial plugs. I've not bought these ones in actual fact, but I absolutely would. And I think if you've got an emptier garden, like the one I'm moving to, it's got a little corner that's relatively established, but I'm planning on adding in loads of other borders. I'm going to have a lot of garden to fill, and I need to do that on a budget. You know, there isn't endless amounts of money. So that's where a collection like this would come in, because it will fill that garden very, very quickly. But on the other end of the scale, if you've already got a very established garden, there's always a gap that forms. There's always a plant that's unalived itself somewhere along the line. That's where this will come in. You can then plug those gaps with these. You can fill pots and containers with them as well. So I think it works for so many different people. Certainly, I will be investing in things like this in the new garden.
So please don't forget, that's a delivered price when you use the code YGTV3525 on our website or on the phones. You're going to get that 12 plant mix. And if you're a club member, that's under £2 a plant. Ridiculous value. If you've gone for one of our lucky dips before, you'll know how good it is. You won't be disappointed. And again, if you don't believe us, please go and read the reviews whilst you're on the website putting this in your basket. Bex, you seem to be in the comments. Who's talking to us?
Yes, no, there's lots of questions coming in. So Caroline was being asked about why can't we get vouchers in the post in paper form? Caroline, I'm not sure. Are we not sending the paper vouchers out anymore?
We used to do that. Not all club members get that. Now it's you will see them on your membership page when you log in on the website. So you will have a voucher. It will have a unique number. It will have an expiry date on it, and you'll be able to access that. Your unique number will be on the website. And normally what you do is you'll find it on the website, copy and paste it.
Okay, Caroline's saying, I know they're available online, but bless her, she has difficulties with modern technology and find paper vouchers much easier. If you ever need help, Caroline, I'm sure you can get in touch with our customer services department and they will help you and to apply any vouchers. I'm sorry, it is the way that the world is going, unfortunately.
And if you don't know if you don't even know your membership number, you can just call our customer services team. I've rebranded them actually. I call them customer support team. I think I'd rather ring somebody for support than ring them for service.
Yeah.
So you call our customer support team and you give them your name, your postcode, let them know who you are, and they'll be able to find your membership details and they'll be able to tell you your discounts that you've still got, your vouchers, your numbers, and if you want to buy there on the phone using that code, you can.
I'm sure
or if you just
help.
want them to read it out so you can write it down and then go forward to use it on the website, they'll be able to do that for you as well.
Yeah, so there is help there for you, Caroline. Apologies that it's changed, but hopefully that helps you. Suzanne says, got my 24 plugs.
Yes.
Love how established they look already. Potted them on and they're looking amazing. It is incredible how quickly they grow, so thank you so much for that. Splodge says mine are in Jiffy pots and have doubled in size in 2 weeks. So it really does happen very, very quickly.
Those are our biodegradable pots. Great move, because those can go straight in the ground and then the pot just rots away.
Yeah, they're brilliant, honestly. There were some more comments that I've forgotten. Will you be having any cool waves that aren't pre-planted, Beck? So the garden ready.
Yeah, they already are. They're on the show today.
Well, we've got we have got the garden ready.
Yeah, we've got the Cool Wave Mix is available as a garden ready right now.
Yes, Anne, it's
giving
there.
you the details for that one. We have them as a 10-pack right now. They are available. The other colour options will be available very soon.
I've seen lots of them out in the nursery, so they'll definitely be coming. Cheryl was saying I would put 12 in. That was the question when we were asked how many to plant in.
12?
She's right, I probably would. And Simon is back in. Hooray! I did have a good holiday, Simon. Thank you. I think you went away as well, didn't you? Did you have a nice time?
Did he go for like 3 weeks? I'm sure he said he
you
was going
went
for
off
3 weeks.
I've mentioned you a couple of times and gone, oh, no, he's not back yet, but you're back now, so thank you very much.
Just imagine that, a 3-week holiday. Just
I know.
picture it. Oh, bless.
One day. All right, it's lovely to have you all in the chat. Thank you so much. There are some emails as well, but we will try and come back to those in a little while. We just got a few more things to show you. We've only got about 25 minutes left.
Crikey. We've got some plants here you did not see on the Thursday show, so we thought we'd better get them out for you on Sunday so you can see what you're getting, especially if you'd seen it on the website and you want to take a closer look. This is the Exocola racemosa niagara, and it is an established plant for you. Only £12.74. Next. If we haven't seen this before, what is an exocorda? Where do we want to plant them?
Right, well, we want to plant this in a sort of sunny position, March sun would be fine, but ideally in a sunny spot in your garden. It is known as the pearl bush, and the reason it's known as that is because it has these wonderful tight buds that appear on here. Springtime, we're talking April, May flowering, but they look like pearls just before they burst open into this fantastic display that you see here. For all of you that are turning onto the white flowers like I am, I know Neil, you commented earlier about how, you know, white is a really valuable one. It absolutely is. You need the hexacorda. Look at the amount of flowers you've got on that plant, and that happens April, May time. The blooms are unaffected by any of those late frosts as well, because sometimes we have these plants that flower but then can be affected by those sort of later frosts we get. That doesn't tend to happen with hexacorda. It's drought tolerant once it gets established as well, and it's tolerant of most different soil types. Just free draining ideally, just nothing that's going to get too waterlogged. All you've got to do for maintenance is a little prune in winter to maintain its shape. It is going to drop its leaves, bear that in mind, but it's going to reliably come back for you because this is a winter hardy plant. Oh, and it grows to about 1.5 meters, so relatively compact.
Wonderful summer flowering favourite for you there, the Hexacorda Niagara. If you're looking for it, put it in your basket right now. £12.74 for club members. And don't forget, if you're watching us here on YouGarden TV, which you must be because I'm talking to you right now, you get everything home with no postage to pay, no postage and packaging when you use our offer code YGTV3525. Don't forget to put that in to the little box on the website. Now, these are two things we didn't show you on Thursday, so we wanted to make sure you got a chance to see them. The Acer Negundo Flamingo. This is an acer that can get nice and big for you, and it is a different variety of maybe the maple leaf acer or the dissected leaf acers that you've seen, but it grows in the same sort of habit and it prefers those same sort of conditions, doesn't it, Bess?
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. So part shade position is the perfect place for it. It is a gorgeous acer, one that I finally realised is a gorgeous acer. I have now added this into my collection. I love the fact that it's going to get big. This can get to 3-4 meters very, very happily. Quite a faster growing acer as well. A lot of acers tend to be very slow growing. That's why we love them. But this one will get a bit more of a romp on a bit quicker. A little prune when in winter time will encourage any bushing out and extra branches to appear on this, because the one I've got, it's growing a bit too upright. I want to create some more branching on it, so I'm going to give mine a shape in winter time to encourage that branching. The variegation with the cream, the green, the pinky tones that we've got in that one as well, those look absolutely incredible. And it's the size 100% that I adore of this. The fact that it's going to get to that 3-4 meters in height, I think it's going to be stunning in that part shade position. And if you're looking to create that more sort of Zen style, oriental themed kind of corner of a garden, I'm definitely quite keen on doing that myself, maybe in the new place. That is one to add to the back. Make sure it's at the back because it's going to get bigger than the others.
Incredible multicoloured foliage there in a 3-litre pot. The Acer Negundo Flamingo, only £12.74. That's a bargain price. I don't think you'll get prices like that in the garden centre. Please go for that one today with a £10 saving, even better if you're in the club. Bex, we're going to tell them about our hanging baskets. These are pre-filled for you, 14 inches wide, in the natural rattan there as well. You get the hanging chains included. The price on your screen is for a pair of these, and all you have to do is choose. Do you want the Cool Wave mix or do you want the Cool Wave berries and cream? They're available for you on separate item numbers. Whichever one you go for, they're amazing value.
So the Cool Wave mix is actually very stunning, and you've got the kind of lovely lilac-y tones, you've got the pink tones, you've got the white tones, but you've also got these bright yellow colours in there as well. And I know we've still got plenty of summer left and we're going to enjoy it. However, I want you to fast forward, please, to the miserable winter days.
No.
Yes, you have to.
I don't want to do that.
I need you to think about those miserable winter days when there's not, you know, it's grey clouds, it's been raining all day, it's miserable, you're cold, you're wet.
The door is over there.
You come home and outside the front of your house is that hanging basket with those bright sunshine yellow flowers and those gorgeous blooms there. That is why you need pansy cool waves in your garden. They're going to flower for you right the way through winter. They will flower for up to 10 months. They will tumble and trail over the edges of the baskets. It was the world's first trailing pansy, and this is what makes them so exciting. They're completely winter hardy. They're really easy to look after. A little bit of deadheading, make sure you keep it watered. A lot of people think that they don't need to water through winter, but you do. You just keep those watered, give them a bit of feed, and you're going to have those blooms genuinely flowering for about 10 months of the year. So right the way through winter, up until the hottest months of the year. Mine didn't give up, and they didn't even really give up. They just slowed down once we got towards the end of July, trimmed them right back, gave them a feed, and they're all starting to bloom again now. So they're going to do it all again next year. These are perennial hanging baskets.
Fantastic value for those when you consider they're going to come back year after year after year. We also have a garden-ready variety. If you're looking for the cool wave
That's
mix,
this one with the yellow in.
we have those available if you want to plant them into your own baskets. It's a pack of 10 of those, only £11 and 4p, with the details you can see on the screen. It's a separate item. Look for 400967. That's the garden-ready varieties for you. But don't forget the cool wave. We also have them available, magically appearing. These are the frost hanging baskets. They're a slightly smaller hanging basket, 25cm diameter on these. They're in a plastic hanging basket, but I love the colour on these, and they are going to just keep blooming for you just as long as you said, Vex, all the way through the year, 10 months of the year, and it's just a different colour mix on these. But these are going to grow over the edge of the baskets. They're going to trail down the side and make a huge ball of colour for you, and it's going to last through the colder months into the spring, so bridging those gaps as you're waiting for all your summer blooms to come through.
And if you want them just as pots, you can. So these can be removed. You can take those off and just have them as pots on your tables and things, or you can reattach the hanging bits and have them hanging up. It's
that clever anti-twist hangers. Look, the basket always corrects itself.
Yeah.
So hang it in the direction you need it to help it grow and get the best display facing whichever way you want to face it. If you're looking for those today, they are available. 450232, those pre-filled hanging baskets. Whatever you're going for, you're getting the same qualities of those pansy cool wave plants, whether you want the mix, the berries and cream, or the frost. You're getting great value, and you're getting a flower that's going to just keep going for you and keep going and keep going. We wanted to tell you about these planters next. These are the pine cone planters. If you've been watching us here on YouGarden, you're probably familiar with these. This is a pot we've used for quite a while, but the value right now on these is absolutely bonkers. Under £17 gets you a pack of 5, and these are the 13-inch, the larger size.
Yeah, these are the brilliant size ones. Actually, I've got a couple of these. I'm pretty sure my Nandina Firepower is planted in one of these. These are really tough, really sturdy plastic, frost-resistant, UV stabilised, beautiful brushed gold finish that you've got on there as well. And they do make the plants stand out. Good shout, Stu.
Look at this guy.
This is fabulous.
Oh, yes.
Love it, yeah. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, yeah, definitely. A brilliant price that you've got on there. They've got the drainage holes in the bottom. They've actually got the raised bits with the channels as well, so you don't need pot feet with these because those channels are going to allow any extra drainage to run away. A good size. Now, by that I mean you can plant lots of different things in here, but it's also something that you could change over your displays relatively inexpensively. I mean, your daffodils planted in here, the yellow against that dark pot at the bottom would be great.
Yep.
If you want to create that Mother's Day gift or a couple of Mother's Day gifts, get yourself a pack of these, get yourself 2 packs of the mini daffodils and plant these up. You've got instant Mother's Day gifts ready to go.
And we like a dark planter with this gold sheen as well, because your greens just contrast so beautifully against it. These are good plastic pots. They're not the cheap ones you get down the bargain centre. They're reinforced. They've got great lips on them as well for carrying, and they're really weather resistant. Look out for those. Pack of 5. Pack of 5 of those for only £16.96 today. Pop them in your basket. Great value. Get them in before you check out. Please go for our compost if you need to stock up. This is the 100-litre pack. You're getting 2 50-litre bags in those unbranded. It's like white labelling your records, Bex, if you remember that. White labelled bags here. So you know there's no branding on there because it's a load of waste of money printing all over the bags. The results speak for themselves. The compost speaks for itself. So it's amazing how much we can actually talk about this.
Yeah, but we're not going to.
No.
Our head gardener's going to do it for you instead.
We're going to let the head gardener tell you all about it. Here's Sean with him a little while ago.
We describe this as premium professional compost. And the reason for that is it is the compost that is known, this formula we have perfected over decades. I've been using it for decades. We have perfected it over decades. You've got a blend of the best peats plus wood fibre that you can imagine. Now, by volume, approximately 50% of this compost is wood fibre, and the balance is made up of a blend of peats, and there are 3 different peats. So you've got things like sphagnum moss peat, which is renewable. You've got sedge peat, and then you've got darker sphagnum as well in there. So you've got 3 different peats. You've also got, you can see actually just there, there's slow release fertiliser. These little green, what look like little eggs, you'll see those dotted among the compost when you're planting it. That's slow release fertiliser. One of the most expensive ingredients in any compost is fertiliser. You can see there's another one just down below. That is amazing because that will deploy nutrients to the roots of whatever you grow in this compost just when they need it over the next 6 months. You then got what's called a buffer. Now, peat in particular is naturally acidic. And plants like to be just on the acidic side of neutral as a generality. There are exceptions, so things like rhododendrons and azaleas, they love to be properly acidic in terms of the ericaceous soil or compost they're growing in. But most things like it just on the slightly acidic edge of neutral. So that's what this is designed to give you. So it's got a pH buffer to keep it in exactly that zone. The wood fibre keeps the sort of perfect air-water porosity ratio, which is what we talk about in the trade, all these complicated terms. But it's, what plants need is they need a jungle gym to grow in. So they need a jungle gym for their roots, which is called growing medium. They need some water, and they need some air, and they need nutrients. And when you've got the perfect compost, it blends the air and the water and the constituents of the compost. It all blends together to give the perfect environment. That's what this particular compost does, which is why it's trusted by us. We will be growing approximately 150,000 potted roses on this nursery this year. That's roughly what we grow most years. We'll be growing, I don't know how many hanging baskets, but our pre-planted hanging baskets that will be available later, you will have bought them in the autumn and last spring as well. They grow in this compost. We will grow countless perennials, whether they be in the 9 centimetre square pots or the 3 litre pots or the 5 litre pots, plus fruit trees. And this is the compost we use for all of those things. So we trust it, the trade trusts it, and actually based upon well, literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of bags of this particular compost that you've bought over the years, you definitely trust it as well. And, you know, and actually, peat is a thing. We need to think about peat. Not me. I happen to also be peat, but it's the peat that's in here that we're talking about. We can still use peat in our gardens right now, and actually the alternatives, generally speaking, are a bit iffy. So if you want to get the best results, in my view, use this particular compost for as long as you can. It's got 50% other material in it, which is the lowest level we could get to and still have a professional quality product for you and for ourselves. So we've been as eco-friendly as we can, and we jumped onto that particular that approach years and years and years ago. So this is the same formulation that we've had for at least the last 6 or 7 years, with 50% other material to bulk out the peat, and it still works better. So I would say this is, in my opinion, it's the only compost I use at home. It's the compost we use on the nursery. I can't recommend it highly enough. Yeah.
There are many reasons, but there's always more reasons to stock up on our premium professional compost. Get the 100 litres today, home for only £21.23 if you're a club member. The best way to get the best value is by shopping here on YouGarden TV and by being a member of that discount club. Right, we're going to quickly run through our favourites. If you haven't seen these yet in the show, you're welcome to watch the show back anytime on YouGarden. You can watch us on the website, you can watch us on Facebook, you can find us on YouTube as well. See the whole show and get a better look at the plants. These are just a quick reminder of the favourites today. The Geum firestarter, 3 of these in the 9 centimetre pots. Bex, I don't know if we've done a root check.
We haven't actually. Yeah, 3 of them in the 9 centimetre pots. Fabulous perennial plants.
Hey.
Rooty beauty, absolutely. Definitely raring to grow. Nice mound of foliage, beautiful fiery red blooms that rise up out of the top of there. Gets to about 50 centimetre spread. It'll grow to about 60, 70 centimetres in height. Multiple flowers right the way through from April all the way to October. Deadheading is important to keep those blooms coming in waves through throughout that period of time. And of course, it's going to invite all of those friendly and beneficial pollinators into the gardens. Go for the front or mid of sunny borders or pots, of course, and make sure that you divide clumps of these probably every 3 to 4 years. That'll keep the plant going, but also mean that you can spread new plants, free plants around your garden.
Let us know if you're going for those today. The pack of 3, £18.67. The Geum firestarter. You've got room for those in your garden. You're going to find a stock to get that colour in. If you're looking for more colour from your fruit, here's a blueberry that's pink. It's the pink lemonade blueberry for you in a 2-litre pot. Really well-established plant. All it needs is a bit of ericaceous compost, like any of your other blueberries, and you'll be getting your own fruits from these. But what a different variety.
Lovely variety, yeah, absolutely. And of course, blueberries are well known for being quite high in antioxidants and being really good for you. Pink lemonade is going to produce those nice pink blueberries, nice and sweet flavour you're getting. I think a very, very easy and simple grow your own. Plant it in some ericaceous compost, put it somewhere sunny, keep it regularly watered, ideally with rainwater if you can, please.
Yes.
And you're going to be producing, you should be producing blueberries on this next year because it's a really nicely established plant. Obviously, it'll get bigger and better over the later years, but you should be producing blueberries from this next year.
Yeah, and of course we want to use rainwater on that where available from our water butts, because the lime content of the tap water that we use can change the pH of the soil, and then it's no longer acidic soil, so your plant won't be as healthy.
I mean, it's ideal to do rainwater on your entire garden rather than tap water, but unfortunately we can't do that all the time. But specifically on your ericaceous plants, it's better.
Yeah, if you're limited on rainwater, save it for the ericaceous plants. The blueberry pink lemonade, please go for that one today. The best price we've ever had on that, £11.04 for you club members, and remember, free shipping for everyone when you use the offer code YGTV3525. We've got some alliums for you. Plant these right now. Can I plant these right now?
Oh, yes. Well, I would say any time from September you can start planting your alliums. If you're not ready to plant yet, or any of your spring flowering bulbs, by the way, sorry. If you're not ready to get planting yet, don't panic. Get them ordered so that you get them before they sell out.
Yep.
And then just store them somewhere dark, somewhere cool. You know, a kitchen cupboard would be absolutely fine. And then you can plant from September. Anytime, September, October, November, you'll be fine to plant these out. Nice tall stems, about 1 metre in height. These can reach. They are perennial. They'll come back for you next year. Pollinators absolutely adore them. You can cut these flowers and use them for cut flower displays. You can leave them on the plant, and they do work in so many different types of gardens. One of my absolute favourites when it comes to spring flowering bulbs.
We love these. Nice long straight stems, big purple blooms on top. Pack of 25 of those alliums for you. £10.19 is all you'll pay as a club member. Free shipping when you use the code YGTV3525. The sweet Williams, the invisible plants that we've got for you here. They're garden readies. They've literally just arrived on the nursery. You can order them today on YouGarden TV, and you'll get those garden ready plants. They're bigger than your average plug plant. They're really well established, ready to go in the ground right now. And this isn't just winter bedding, is it, Bex?
No, not at all. This is a perennial plant for you, so this will come back. You've got blooms in autumn and in springtime, so you've got good, long-lasting colour here. You get an abundance of these beautiful, fragrant flowers and very rich, vibrant shades from them too. They've got strong stems, so these are perfect for cutting and bringing indoors. Perhaps you'll plant a section of these specifically for cutting and bringing indoors. They're hardy, they're pretty compact, they're weather-resistant, they're really easy to look after. They're reliable, they're low maintenance. These are all positive words, aren't they?
They're all very positive words about a very positive plant. Add them to your garden. Those 20 plants are going to go a long way. Crazy value down at £12.73 for the pack of 20. That's 2 trays of 10 you're going to get delivered for free when you use our offer code. One of our favourites, one of your favourites next. This is the Pennisetum.
Yep.
Tiny tails. Not like Sean saw it the other day, said, that's not penstemon. So, Sean, read it again. Where are your glasses?
Read that wrong, didn't he?
A Pennisetum. This is the tiny tails. So it's a grass-like plant with an amazing feathery plume to it. Bit reminiscent of a pampas flower, but it's got this lovely shape and this lovely droop to it as well.
Yeah, and it starts to turn this lovely shade of pink as well, so just absolutely fascinating. I said it earlier, if you've got somebody that you're buying a gift for, a plant gift, I think this would be a really good one. Like, I'm very tempted to get this for my mum. I think she would love it. It's a grass, but you've got a real interest going on with this. Look at the colours. You've got a real sort of beautiful green in there, but then contrasting gorgeously against the darker tones, the burgundy, almost black tones. And then those flower plumes rising up out of the top of there. They've got gorgeous movement to them. They're not as sturdy and erect as a pampas flower stem is. It's got that wonderful movement to it. And it's going to start, I can see it just starting to turn pink as well on these ones. So you're going to get those.
I don't know if it's when they start to drop over a bit, so when they lose the rigidity on there, they start to change colour, because the ones that are bending over the most seem to have the most pink tinge to them.
I love them.
I guess we're going to learn. This is a new plant to us, but it's still available right now with those savings, £18.69, £8 saving plus your club discount if you're in the club. Please make sure you're a member of the club. That 15% saving is amazing, well worth the £10 a year. Use the offer code YGTV3525 and that's going to get you free shipping as well as the discount. Our hibiscus, the lunar rose, we keep showing this to you this week. Those giant cerise blooms on here, nearly as big as Bex's head. I've really messed that up. Really messed up saying that. Nearly as big as Bex's head. Massive tropical looking blooms here on the hibiscus, the lunar rose. They'll all come to you in bud or in flower. Established plant in the 3 litre pot, only £18.69, and you'll be able to get these through the winter as well. Why not go for that one today? We've also got the climbing rose, the rose of the week, from our good friends at Harkness Roses, coming to you in an established 4 litre pot as a plant here. This is a climbing rose, an award winner, multi-award winner, with those lovely shell pink blooms. Imagine getting this look. You could get 2 of these today and recreate the look you're seeing there, growing them up and over an arch for less than £30 as a club member. Never been a better time to get that one. We just showed it to you a few moments ago, the Race Mosa Niagara. This is an exocorda plant, so also known as the pearl bush because of the tight little white buds you get on it as it starts to bloom. It is deciduous, it'll drop its leaf in winter, but all the more beautiful when it comes back for you every year with that huge cluster of pure white flowers. If you're looking for a cordyline today, there's never been a better time to get a cordyline for us. Established plant, 2 litre pot, £11.04 for club members. What a saving. Here they all are in the nursery just a few weeks ago. They're huge, they're healthy, and you're going to get a wonderful contrast plant, and as Bex pointed out earlier, contrast in shape and colour for your garden. If you're looking for the Torbay Dazzler as well, this is another fantastic cordyline for you, a more traditional looking cordyline in those multi-tonal greens, where you can see with the slight brown or pink stripe through the margins there on them. If you want one of those, pop it into your basket. Right now, we are starting to run very short on those cordylines for you. Now, we've only got a few minutes left, so we've only got a few items left to show you. Here are the frost baskets. We had a little look at them earlier, but these ones are the Pansy Cool Wave, just as you saw in the rattan hanging baskets. They're just in a plastic pot, and this colourway is new to us the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, gorgeous colourway actually. So sort of the berries and cream, but a softer palette. I know they're looking very white here, but I can start seeing the lovely purple tones coming through. You've got the bright yellow centre, and then it sort of bleeds through to these wonderful purple veining. There you go, purple veining coming through. Nice. And then those white petals on there. And the colour is going to get more intense as well. Exactly the same as the other Pansy Cool Waves. You're going to have constant colour on here for a good 10 months of the year. It's just going to keep flowering, and all you've got to do is a little bit of deadheading. Keep those plants well watered, regularly feed them, even through winter, and you will have these blooms blooming for you for a good up to 10 months of the year. They'll tumble and trail over the edge here as well. They could be pots too. These can be removed. So if you don't want them as hanging baskets, you can just have them as pots. Looking beautiful though, aren't they?
Yeah, and as you said, these baskets are going to get completely covered as the flowers start to trail. It is the world's first winter hardy trailing pansy, the Pansy Cool Wave, and this one is the Cool Wave Frost, that new colour range to us. With the anti-twist hangers there, please don't let your hanging basket brackets sit empty through the winter. Get yourself some pre-filled hanging baskets. We've done all the hard work, we've grown them on, we've made sure the flowers are established, so you haven't got to worry about whether they're going to bloom or not. They're all ready to bloom. In fact, they're blooming already. Get a pair delivered for only £21.23, just over £10 a basket. Fantastic value here from YouGarden TV today. We've only got a few minutes left with you. We've got a few plants left to sneak in right at the end. This is the Campsis Trumpet Vine Collection. You're getting 3 plants, exactly what you see there, 2 litre pot each one. 1 yellow flowering, 1 red flowering, 1 orange flowering. Bex, this would cover a fence, it could cover a wall, it could cover a shed, and it's going to just flower for you for such a long time.
Yeah, normally from about, well, you know, right the way through summer. So July, end of June going into July, August, September, and going into October. You get these beautiful trumpet flowers on here. Very tropical looking, but a hardy campsis for you. More of a leaner than a climber. So it's perfect at home, you know, against a sunny wall, a trellis, a shed, anywhere they can easily be fixed in or tied in. Sunny spot for the most flowers. So put it in the sunniest spot you can find. A nice sheltered location would be perfect for it. They're relatively compact, I'm going to say as well. Like these can get much bigger, but the breeding here means that these are going to get to maybe about 2 meters. So I think there is space in a garden for all 3 of these. You know, if you've got a lovely wall or a fence or something, you could have all 3 of these growing up there. It is a deciduous plant. It's going to drop its leaves in winter, but it's winter hardy and it is wildlife friendly and just needs a nice sunny spot and something to lean against. So, don't we all?
If you're looking for amazing value, I've heard of somebody who went to buy one of these a few weeks ago, paid nearly £40 for one plant. For one plant. That would be our normal price for 3, which would be already a £35 saving, but you can actually get all 3 for just over £11 each, $33.97 for the red, the yellow and the orange, all delivered to you for that price. Right, we're going to have to start saying goodbye, and we're going to do that whilst we're showing you the favourite of the week, the Hibiscus Lunar Rose. This gorgeous flower, it has to be seen to be believed, but it's in flower now. The one we've got right here is having a lovely time flowering, but there's still loads of flower to come. There are buds just queued up right behind that flower head. And as soon as this one fades, another one's going to come and take its place. Another one's going to come and take its place. It's like the hydra of plants.
It's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. The colour, the size, the fact that there's loads of buds just waiting behind there to start blooming for you. And it's a little bit more compact, reaching about, it says about 70 centimetres. So somewhere between 2 and 3 feet is the sort of size this is going to get to. Just, I mean, stunning and outstanding. This is a thriller of a plant. This is not one of those shy, shrinking violets at all. This one wants to be seen.
That's going to be happy in a pot. It's going to be happy in your borders. If you want to go for that today, 511693, you can buy it on our website, find it on our show page, or just type in Lunar Rose into the search bar. You'll find it. Make sure you use our offer code if you want the discount and you want the free shipping. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us today. Everyone who's been in the chat with us on YouTube, on Facebook, on our website. If you've only just found the show, then you can watch it back later in all of those 3 places. Find it on YouTube, find it on our website, find it on our Facebook page. You can watch the whole show again. And I know some people, they don't watch the whole show, they watch it later and they just scroll through, just looking at the details we keep on the side of the screen there until they see something they want, and you're welcome to do that. But we love everyone who watches us live. We love everyone who interacts. Thank you for your comments today. Thank you for all of your pictures. Thank you for all of your questions, because we love to help you with your gardens and we love learning from you, our viewers, as well, Bex.
I'm sorry we didn't get to show all of your pictures, but I will be looking at them all.
We will definitely
Amanda, Neil, Chrissy,
Nice
Vivian, Dingo sent his fur baby, who's called Cash, by the way, and Alice. Apologies we didn't get to show your photos. We will have a look at them, so thank you very much for sending them. We will be live this afternoon on TikTok if you'd like to come and join us there. I know there's some of you TikTokers watching right now. From 1 o'clock we'll be there. If not, if you don't fancy TikTok, we'll be back here on Thursday. Simon, I'm so glad you're okay.
Nice to see everybody. Thank you very much. Goodbye. We'll see you next Thursday from 10 o'clock.